We should be live right now.
We're
Okay,
live right
there
now.
we go.
That's it. That was it. We are definitely live right now. Some of you can see us already. And if so, it's the long-awaited return of the live deck audits. Took a few weeks off.
Yeah,
we're back.
We've been trying some other streams here and there. We've been on Whatnot. So go check us out there if you want to buy stuff or win some stuff. But today, we're back on YouTube, our home. Our home sweet home.
It's classic.
Hello, our son.
Noisy Noivern, our son, is already here.
Of course.
Classic deck audits. It's going to be a classic stream.
We're going to hang out.
Favorite.
We're going to tell you what's up with your decks.
We'll let people filter in, as they often do.
Yes, thank you so much for joining, everyone. How are you? Tell me how your day's been going. It is 4:03 p.m. here, and we just had lunch.
We did just have lunch. Yeah, let us know how you guys are doing.
Yeah, no worries, son. Have a good one. Thanks for just even stopping in and saying hi.
Thanks, son. It means a lot. And to all our other viewers who think they're our children, welcome.
We appreciate you, too.
We're actually, super on time today, too.
Yeah, it's first time for everything, right?
There really is.
Yeah. Tell me how your day's going.
Oh,
Tell me
Doc
something
Prof, what's up?
you're excited for this week or weekend. Just weekend. Is there anything you're excited for coming up?
I'm excited for our Murders at Karlov Manor stream. That's not even because I'm trying to shill or promote it. I'm just excited because streaming on Whatnot is fun.
Yeah.
Also, we are going to stream on YouTube. I think it's going to be a multicast, doing some more battle box.
We're not doing a multicast.
We are not doing a multicast.
That will be a Whatnot only thing. So come check it out.
Stream.
And hello, yes, you can have your decks checked out even if you don't use Moxfield.
Yes, this is true.
Send the super chat and then send it to me, and we will figure it out from there.
Yeah, we'll BM you a little bit, but ultimately we will look at any deck, no matter what you're sending it to us on, even if it's a ham sandwich.
Yeah, this week I think we're doing a big TJ's thing, which is a store that we really like to play Commander at with a few other content creators and friends, and I think that's Sunday, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm excited for the Murders at Karlov Manor thing that we're doing with Whatnot. We are giving away a bunch of stuff like these collector boosters.
We just got them in today.
We have, oops, I bumped the camera a little, but we have pre-cons to give away too, so it's really, really exciting. We got a good weekend coming up.
Yeah, look at this. We've done 192 decks. We've audited 192 decks already. Can you believe that? It's only through maybe 7 or 8 audit streams because we haven't done that many of them.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot.
Yeah, for those who are new to the audit streams or you don't know what's up, there's a little menu above our heads. You can send a super chat of the designated amount, and if you do, we're going to audit your deck live on stream. We're going to upgrade it. Whatever your restrictions are, that's great. Just send your deck list to the little email that's above our heads, and I think we can also, what we can do is type the email in chat that you're going to send it to after you send the super chat, and then we will pin it.
Yeah. They ask, what's the price for cube changes? There's a dash.
Nitpicking -nerds @gmail.com.
No.
That's right? No?
No.
What's wrong?
Nitpickingnerds.com. It's
Oh,
Deck
yeah.
Audits at nitpickingnerds.com.
Boom. That's good?
Yes.
This
Hello,
is the email.
welcome. Thank you so much for joining.
And I will pin it.
DZ is not the best with technology, which is why I'm just like, okay.
No one's even noticed I'm taking more than 3 seconds on it.
They said, what's the price for cube changes, though? That's why.
Cube changes. I would probably say it's the same. We'll just say it's the same prices, and if you send us a cube list, we'll try to evaluate the cube real quick and then look it up, and then do those same changes.
And
you definitely do
hey, thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for welcoming us to Whatnot. We're really excited, and happy almost 2 years for you. That's really exciting. I hope you've been having as good of a time as we have been on Whatnot. It's been such a nice experience to be able to say hi to everyone, give stuff away to you guys, and even sell some merch of our own, like signed soul rings and lands and stuff, and just be able to connect with you guys in a different way that we haven't been able to prior.
Yeah, and just you might be similar to us in that I didn't even know Whatnot had been around for that long. I thought it was a year old, but it's 4 years old.
Yeah, I first heard about it from Prof, so I didn't realize that it had been around for so long.
Pretty wild.
Sorry about that. So do you want to?
That's cool. I mean, do I want to what?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, do you want to share anything with them? Do you want to talk about what we have coming up or anything interesting?
We've got deck audits coming up. I'm excited for these deck audits. There's always a 10-minute invisible grace period for these before we start building up a queue. You know it's going to start building up. So if you're thinking about deck audits, better to get it in now and get ahead of the queue versus waiting for the 10 minutes when they start pouring in.
Yeah, were we going to pick up any of the new Commander product, any singles that really catch your eye? I think there are a fair amount of the Boros goading singles that I would really love to put in Baloth, provided that they are of the right price. Is there anything else new that I'm thinking of? I mean, new Necromancy we might like, because we don't really like our crusty Necromancies in our CEDH decks.
New Necromancy is going to be good.
It is very long, though. If you have not
Oracle
seen
text is nuts.
the printing on that, it is so
I'll
long.
pull it up.
Yeah. That is a lot of cards. Hello. Is that recommendations? And what are these fancy new lands you're hearing about on Twitter? I don't exactly know, Eric.
Are you talking about like Markov Manor lands?
Like just full art lands? There's definitely some. There's Surveil lands that are new.
You're talking about, let's see, these types of lands?
Yeah, those are pretty. Thank you so much, Steven. We really appreciate it.
Steven, with the super chat. That's a little, thank you so much.
Thank
we do
you
appreciate
so
that.
much. Yeah,
super nice.
Congrats on the 7K followers. And that's awesome. Yeah, we met there.
Whoa.
And so that's really cool that you were able to do it in Vegas, too. Maybe we could do something live like that, too. Yeah, Surveil lands are super cool. I'm not sure how many times people are super excited for them. I feel like we're more excited about them than the average person.
Yeah, let's see. What does this do? Ooh, okay, sure. Yeah, look at this for us. What is this even from?
That is
Standard Showdown, I guess.
Maybe one of those, like maybe the decks that.
It's like a
Precon decks.
It's like an Omen Path. That's cool. I can get down with that.
Yeah, I think there's some really cool ones that they've been inserting lately. We are excited for the Surveil lands, though. But I don't know. Again, I feel like that was like a 2-second thing that people really said yes to, and then were not that excited about it later.
For what?
Surveil lands. There was like a hype for it
for
a
you kidding
second.
Me? I'm so excited for these Surveil lands.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the rest of the world.
The rest of the world is foolish if they're not excited about this.
I'm just saying, I thought that we are more excited about them than the average person.
Oh,
I think they had their moment, and then Twitter moved on to the next shiny new thing, you know?
Don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them.
They are fetchable, which is very nice.
Play to Win was talking about these, and they were saying that they're time walk. Because if you fetch and you surveil the card to the graveyard, you get an extra turn, basically.
These are very good, though, and they are enemy colored, and like they weren't able to print enemy color fetchable things previously, I think? Or they just didn't.
If I look up type swamp and type plains, this is it. You get Scrubland, Godless Shrine. None of these count. And then your next best option is now Shadowy Backstreets. This is the third black-white fetchable thing that doesn't suck. It's not just a random tap land. But if I search like Swamp Island, look at all this.
Hey, Marcus. Thanks for joining.
You ignore the 3 triumphs,
you can
2 shocks, but then look. Boom.
Thanks for joining. You can actually submit an unfinished deck list to us, and we can make changes based on that, too, if you'd like.
We do it all.
Yeah, so you don't have to submit a full 100 cards if you'd like cards added. We've had people email and say, like, okay, so here is the first deck that Steven sent us. Let's see. He said, this is a super fun deck. Thank you so much, Brian. Send it through the email. We'll check it out right after this. And send any restrictions that you guys have, too, and make sure your name is in the email.
Yep, they're coming in.
Steven said, this is a super fun deck. Can you have a look at the mana base? Of
course. We certainly could.
So I'm sending that to you. Sorry, I had a different chat open. And I'm sending it to you right now.
Here we go. The audits begin. The audits begin. Let's close this out. I am going to remember to duplicate this. And I'll give you a little clickbait. Slivers.
Yeah,
OP.
Hello, Kyoji. Thank you for joining. And they do need to finish those cycles. Make sure that when you guys submit a super chat, or when you guys send me your emails, submit the name that the super chat was under also, so I can tie the two together.
Yep, that'll make it easy. Let me check something here.
And no worries, Palmer. Thank you so much for just hanging out in stream. We do have, what's it called? We do have suggestions for the precons in our precon review.
Yeah, so we got pretty solid mana base. I was just talking about the surveil lands and the fetchability of them, you've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you already have 3 fetch lands in here, and they're just fetching rainbow shenanigans. The one thing is, like, I see that you have 42 slivers, but I really do not like unclaimed territory in typal decks, kindred decks, whatever you want to call it. I'm not the hugest fan. It is a rainbow land for your slivers, but then that's only, we just said 43% of your deck. So I'd rather just play another fetchable Triome or something, or like Command Tower, that kind of thing. Like, you don't have Exotic Orchard, and in a 5-color deck, Exotic Orchard is just like
pretty necessary.
It's at least an untapped.
He goes, okay, I'll burn it.
It's at least an untapped tri-land.
Okay, just
so I'll do that as a first change.
To answer your questions, how to submit, thank you so much, Just 10 Shark.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
I think I got that. If it's the Alesha deck, then I'll just send back added to queue. They are not free. They are for people who submit super chats of 15 or more.
Above our heads, there's the
Thank you so much, Palmer. We really appreciate it. You know, some cats don't even get to learn how to play Magic, so we do appreciate.
Yeah, Mia's gonna write these down, and then we're gonna tell you how to submit. I can actually do that while Mia's writing this down, and then we can get through. I'll mention the little commercial that we did. That.
Thank you so much, Kyoji.
Oh my God, you guys are great.
Send it over.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. So to submit a deck, like so many have done for an audit, a live audit on stream, you simply send your deck to the email that we have pinned in the chat and pinned above our faces. After sending a super chat of an amount that is denoted above our faces. So it's like 15 for 5 changes, etc. And it keeps going down. And we will audit your deck live. It's going to be great. We are talking about, who was it, Palmer was talking about? Miso and Amber not knowing how to play Magic. We did a little commercial on our most recent video. It was like a Sarah McLachlan.
In the Arms of an Angel-esque.
Like rip-off, you know.
Thank you so much. Hey, Zero, how's it going?
And we just said that like Miso and Amber were like underprivileged cats who don't know how to play.
Yeah, they don't even know how to play Magic. Some don't even get enough treats, or it's just really insane how underprivileged these cats are. We say as they're napping
they are completely clueless.
Fully fed.
Oblivious to the world.
They don't even know how the stack works.
They don't even know how the stack works.
So we definitely do need to promote our Patreon more, because we just had a Patreon rework. Go check it out if you're interested. And that's going to be one of the ads that we roll out.
I guess I can drop a link. You know, I might as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, looking at your mana base right now, these are definitely interesting. I think that the prime parts of having triomes, though, is the fact that you're able to fetch with them. And are all the fetches in here?
I see 3 fetches. I'm sure they have plans for more.
Okay.
There's Arid Mesa, Scalding, and Verdant. Usually on 5-color decks, I don't want to overload on triomes. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. We just increased the prices. It's understandable that, it is not incredibly obvious. So thank you so much for appreciating. No, we'll make the changes. You're first, so thank you.
Yeah, we are sending Miso and Amber to college.
Yeah, we do. City of Brass, yeah, that's definitely a good one. Mana Confluence, I know someone mentioned it a little bit earlier. Brett, thank you. Yeah,
those are like high on the list too. Cavern of Souls is kind of like unclaimed territory, but it has an upside to it. So like, I'm happy to play these cards when they offer me like a little bit of an upside. Like, oh, now my spells can't be countered, and I know that they were going to resolve. That's a lot different than just, hey, this is a land for slivers. It's a rainbow.
Yeah, City of Brass is definitely a good one. And thank you so much, Palmer. We appreciate it. Yeah, these cats, they got to eat, they got to get scritches, and they got to go to college. That's a lot of money for 2 cats.
They got to go to the vet. They're so needy.
Not even the vet, just college in general, 4 years.
I think in 5-color decks, you might not need these Shelter Thicket, Irrigated Farmland, Scattered Groves, especially since you have the Triumph. So like, you're never fetching for these. So that basically kind of turns them into like Guild Gates, because if I'm going to fetch for a tap land, of course this is going to be a Triome. So maybe these get worse in the deck. I don't know if you wanted us to make all the changes on the lands, or just talk about the lands a little bit and then cut like from the deck itself. I don't know if you can like clarify real quick for that.
Yeah, we're not fans of unclaimed territory. We were mentioning that a little bit earlier because it doesn't count as colored mana for there's only 44 slivers in the deck, which is very good for a Kindred deck. But for the rest of the deck, that doesn't count for colored mana, so it's a little bit rough.
Yeah, that's only like 2/3.
Is the queue filled? No, send it over. We only have like 3 people ahead right now, so please feel free to send it over and get your deck in and looked at.
Yeah, we do appreciate it.
I do find that having basics in a 5-color isn't usually what I am going for, because if there's a ton of pips, like with your Eerie Ultimatum and stuff, it's a little bit hard to cast these with lands that only tap for one color.
Yeah, I see you have Cultivate. That's kind of the only one I see that's like basic land specific, because these Nature's Lures and you know what? Maybe I would just do this then.
Yeah.
To shorten this, I would just cut Cultivate.
Spelunking Bait.
Cut that for Skyshroud Claim. Oh, Spelunking is the like lands that are untapped.
Oh.
Enchantment from LCI.
It's fine.
So let's get Skyshroud Claim in. So now you
I'm
can
not that happy.
go find your.
I don't care that much.
You can go find your Triumphs, and it looks like you have every green shock in here anyway, except for Temple Garden. You have the other 3, so you can go find like untapped dual lands if you need.
Yeah,
them.
the queue is not filled, so send the super chat and then send over the deck. QOG, I am waiting on yours right now.
Right. So.
No, but I just got yours. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I don't know if we had. Oops. Yeah, did you want us to do just the 5 changes on the lands for?
They said do the changes you think will make the deck better. If it's manageable, do it.
Gotcha.
Prismatic Vista, that's a good one. And he said I do have a Temple Garden in it.
Yeah, I see. I had like Temple Garden highlighted, and I said you didn't have Temple Garden. It was pretty good, pretty funny. Let's cut at least one of these lands then, and I guess City of Brass is one of the ones that I would think of. But also, like, honestly, City of Brass is fine, but like a Marsh Flats, one of those like really cheap fetch lands. It probably costs less than City of Brass. Like Marsh Flats is 17, and City of Brass is 18. So yeah, like I would just play Marsh Flats. This is the cheapest fetch land I can think of right now.
Yeah, Marsh Flats is pretty cheap.
Yeah, just because like they're not blue and they're from Modern Horizons too. And then if we update to, we don't have to update to cheapest, but yeah. So two land changes: Exotic Orchard, Marsh Flats. Keep on the lookout for City of Brass, Mana Confluence. The next ones I would cut, probably Scattered Groves and Sheltered Thicket. Your shocks and your triumphs look pretty good. I wouldn't really go for the triumphs from New Capenna. You don't need that many in a 5-color deck. As you play, you might find that you want to cut some of the 5 that you have. I wouldn't cut the green ones though. So
they're sometimes a little slow.
That leaves like Rogren and Savaya on the chopping block. And then next I would look at basics. You probably don't need what's your ratio here? You probably don't need 2 mountains in this deck. That's the first place I would go after that. But we can actually go to slivers. I would trust that you're playing the slivers that you want to be playing.
Yeah.
I think I can trust that.
This seems pretty.
Like if you're
Do you
missing.
like Morphon in here?
Makes your slivers a little cheaper. It's probably okay. It does count as a sliver. Kindred Dominance. The one thing, Kindred Discovery is also amazing. Coat of Arms is a finisher. Oh, Pillar of Origins. I think Pillar of Origins is
the
a huge
triumphs
trap.
are from Ikoria, he says.
Yeah. I'm talking about the triumphs from New Capenna as well. I don't know what to call them because Wizards doesn't give us
real
naming
names.
conventions. So the 3-colored typed lands that cycle from New Capenna, I would not play. Pillar of Origins, huge trap. I hate it. It's just like, it's like unclaimed territory, but you have to spend mana on it, and then I'm out. Even Arcane Signet, we're in a green deck, so we don't need that. And then we kind of, is that 5 cuts? Yeah, that is. So what 2 cards would you add to sort of like bolster the ramp a little bit, or even just improve the deck? Because we cut 2 other ramp
honestly,
spells.
I think the mana production is just most important. So I mean, I know we did say it, but like the mana confluence is really important.
No. We just got 2 spells for ramp
for
spells, so we need like
spells. Okay.
We could do some rampy spells.
More interaction, I'd say.
That's true. How are we looking for interaction here? I can count real quick. If you want to
Okay,
read
it's
chat.
dead to me. And Dolmen's Gate, a favorite of mine in combat metas, says Brett. We're not the biggest Dolmen Gate fans.
We are not the biggest Dolmen Gate fans. I'm just trying to count interactions. So if you want to read the chat while I kind of silently count.
I've been pretty up to date on it. There's nothing super new.
That's cool.
And while deck tech, including Skyshroud Claim, what a surprise! This was in here before we even started looking at it. That was not an NN ad.
We just added Skyshroud Claim.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. We did. That was on BZ.
And I'd do it again, too.
Sorry, I've been reading emails. Yeah, we're all very surprised then. I would like some interaction. Yeah, interaction, honestly, is what makes, in my opinion, Magic really, really fun.
Yeah, we'll have to get that. I see 5?
I'm not a big fan of the what's it called? I'm not a big fan of the card games that only operate on sorcery speed and stuff. because I think that is just like the fun of it is being able to be tricky and hold stuff up. So
if we have free reign to add 2 interactive spells, what would you add? Like, it's basically just add 2 pieces of interaction in this deck. That's tricky.
Yeah, that's definitely
That's
tough.
definitely tricky. I think
Depends on how fast you want to go.
I would want interaction that carries its weight more. Since you have fewer pieces, I want it to be more important when you draw one.
I'd say that new Pick Your Poison's pretty good.
Pick Your Poison could be good.
And Arcane Signet and that choose a creature type 1 fine is ramp. Unclaimed Territory is not ramp, it's just a land, and you don't get colored mana for non-sliver spells. I think that's kind of rough.
They're talking about Path. It's not Path. It's like, it's a 2-mana rock that you choose a creature type and it only adds mana for the creature type.
Well,
it's Unclaimed Territory on a rock. Yeah.
Same stuff. In Arcane Signet, we're in green.
Yeah, we just
can
don't
ramp
play
with
Arcane
lands.
Signet in green ever. Like, because we just have all these like Farseeks and Nature's Lords and 3 Visits. Especially when you went through all the trouble to put those sick Triomes and Shocks in your deck.
Did something happen to your right hand? Which one of us? Our hands are...
My right hand's good.
Yeah.
No complaints here.
Yes, swords could be an option, but I do want to be hitting other things other than creatures.
I threw Wind Graces because it's a catch-all.
Yeah, it's a pen.
And maybe, what do you think, like Soul Shatter? Or if we're in 5 colors, maybe Crackling Doom is just better.
I mean, are we only looking at creatures, though? Don't we want to try and hit more like artifacts or enchantments or something?
I understand. Mia is actually secretly just plugging her favorite card from the new set, whose name I forget. But it's like each player... And you like exile something. She's just so high on this. And I'm high on it too.
It's pretty good.
Let's see. Oh, I think it might be from MKC.
It's from MKC, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. This is what she wanted the whole time. Unexplained Absence.
It's really, yeah.
It's a good card. No, for sure. It's for each player, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls. For each permanent exiles this way, its controller cloaks the top card of their library. So that could even be useful for you.
Yeah.
If you have a leftover thing, a clue or some nonsense that you don't need, and you need a blocker really bad or a sliver token, sure, use yourself. But really what it is, it's a 4 mana, 3 for 1. It exiles the 3 best things your opponents have.
I'm just thinking because like if you have a pesky enchantment or artifact, which there are a lot of in this game, you probably want to hit that rather than another swords, where it's just like, okay, well this doesn't help me. This is kind of a catch-all.
Yeah, I like catch-alls.
Yeah,
this card's
super
gonna be really
sick.
good. It's a very good card. This is the first time we've added it into a deck, but we can go to the next deck now.
I sent it to you already.
You did.
Yeah, hey Gabriel, I don't exactly know how to fix that in the super chat like slider. Unfortunately, I really wish I could help you. I can't see at the moment. Maybe try resetting YouTube, like refreshing or something.
What was the problem?
They said, how do I select a $15 option super chat? It's like not something you can help with.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Thank you so much, Will. We appreciate it. Yeah, just email it over. They said made a character CEDH deck and would love your thoughts.
That would be sick. I can't find any other ones besides the one that I made, so I'm like super excited. A lot of the other ones I've seen are like out of date because Carador's just old. He's an old man.
He is an old man.
He just wants to be left alone.
I will be on the lookout for...
So this is a Xyrus deck. Xyrus the Writhing Storm. It says whenever an opponent draws the card except for their first one, you get a snake. And whenever he deals combat damage, you and that player each draw that many cards, which is just so weird. But this is like a group hug. It's kind of like Nekusar, except instead of dealing 1 damage, you get a snake, which could be way better if you want to pump it up.
It says it goes $5, $10, $20, $15 not allowed. Guess you can send 2 super chats.
Really? Is it gonna?
It says click the dollar. Thank you so much, Gabriel. Okay. We really appreciate it.
Super chat's just being weird. I did not know the super chat was like that. I almost want to Google it, but
we'll do that after chat. Sorry guys if it is a little bit weird. We will look into that later, I guess.
Yeah, we do appreciate the super chats.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
That's why it's
They said if you type the number rather than select on the slider, it should be fine, says Eric.
Okay.
Can you email us a different deck? Yeah, send it over. If we haven't done yours, you're next, so send it over.
Yeah, guys, try using what Eric said and just manually typing out the number instead of giving a slider. I think I would assume because we've had people send super chats for $2 or $3. I'm sure that's not on the slider, so it's probably just something you have to type in manually.
Yeah, super chat's a little weird.
The slider is a trick. They're tricking you. They're tricking you. All right, so we're trying to make opponents draw extra cards, and we're trying to make 1,000,000 tokens, and then I see Craterhoof.
That's fun.
To pump. I do love this art for Craterhoof. It's amazing.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't see this, Jesse, so I wish we could help you a little bit more. And Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, we love auditing decks, so thank you so much for supporting the channel and just being a part of this.
All right, let's see. We want them to draw extra cards. Descent of the Dragons is funny because we can turn all our snakes into 4/4s. A lot of, I mean, it's a pretty good suite of instants over here.
We do love the Nurok Stealth Suit, or at least I do. I know Beezy's less so, but I like it a lot.
Ignorant Bliss is funny with wheels. Lets you stack up
And
cards.
have a good one, Jesse. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out.
Thanks, Jesse. Oh yeah, you do love stealth suit.
I think it's really good, equipping it at an instant speed.
Do we need 3? How many times? Like, you really want Zyra's Death Shroud. You have 4 ways to give it haste, or 4 ways to give it hexproof or shroud. That almost feels like maybe too much. Whenever enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice it and attach it to a creature you control. Okay, that's not infinite, but it feels close. Become the Monarch. Impact Tremors. Creature tokens have haste, so when you fire off wheels, you just start attacking with 3/1 snacks. Yeah, Puzzle Box is good. Mana Base looks solid. I mean, there's friggin' Gaia's Cradle in it, so it can't be that bad.
Ooh, guys, that's spicy.
I do see Arcane Signet in a green deck, so...
And Steven, when we go live on Whatnot tomorrow, actually, we'll try and post something on YouTube Community. You can actually buy signed lands and stuff from us there. So, and we'll ship it out.
This is true. Can confirm that we are doing all of those things.
Whatnot kind of acts like our little shop, so we can sell stuff there pretty easily, unlike YouTube.
It's impossible to sell here. I think we're going to cut Triumph of the Hordes.
They said Terror of the Peaks. That could be interesting.
Terror could be nice. It's sort of like free. Can we get this? Okay, there we go. So let's cut that. Terror of the Peaks could be interesting. I think Wheel of Misfortune is probably a card you still play, but it is awkward because when you're winning, obviously your opponents are just not going to wheel.
Yeah, they're going to pick 0. It's
and
really
you're going to
rough.
wheel, but you're not going to get any snakes off it. Windfall, Descent, Echo. Depending on your budget, you could throw Time Spiral in here. It's a busted card.
Yeah. I love the fact that you're playing Burning Inquiry. I had that out with a Smothering Tithe a couple days ago against Beezy, and he did not like that.
Jeez, even Wheel and Deal, you force them to wheel, and you don't even do it. That's like so random. You draw 2 cards. So Mia, you're like the wheel player. This is like blue-red wheels.
And thank you so much, Palmer. We really appreciate it. And yeah, we did drink at the same time. We try and get everything sent out as soon as possible to, keep that 5-star rating up on Whatnot. So we appreciate you supporting the channel, sending Miso and Amber to college, and getting some stuff in the meantime.
Yeah, I was just talking about, Mia, you're like the blue-red wheels person. So what is like standing out to you? I don't know if we need this when we already have 3 other ways to give hexproof or shroud.
Yeah, I'm not too big on giving things shroud, but also my deck doesn't really revolve around the commander as much, so I think it's a little bit different.
Well, yeah, I mean, for wheels, is there any wheels that you like, love, or ways to make people draw extra cards?
A lot of them rely on black. I mean, is Forced Fruition and stuff in here?
Forced Fruition is not in here, I don't think.
And then I was thinking about the one that says...
Get that in there.
I'm trying to look up the name of it right now. But what's the one that I love, the enchantment that says that every time a creature hits the graveyard, it deals damage equal to the number of cards in hand.
Oh, Vicious Shadows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, depending on how many cards they have in hand and depending on how many creatures you have. I do see you have sack outlets. I do see you're making tokens. So it could be a good idea.
Well, you know what? We did cut.
And hello, Upper.
Triumph
Thank
the
you
Horde,
so
so this
much.
could be like another win con.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining the stream. And thank you so much, Armadillo. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Send
Appreciate
it over.
You're in the queue.
Memory Jar is interesting. Yeah, Forced Fruition, I have found it's like... it's really good because even if you could get people to cast a couple spells, that's so many cards.
And snakes.
And snakes.
Yeah.
Folio Fancies is pretty good. I really like that.
Folio could be good. You're not really they're trying to win with combat, though.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying because it makes people have no max hand size, and then it's like...
Could make your wheels bigger.
Yeah. Also...
No, I like that a lot. Let's get rid of...
Yeah, no, thank you so much for checking out Whatnot and hanging out with us there.
I don't think you play Veil of Summer when you're in a blue deck. I think you just play with a counterspell. So let's... But you said... Literally, what did you just say? What card was that? Folio.
Yeah. I've liked Folio a lot. Locust God is good.
Yeah, this is definitely Mia's
Butt Cheek
territory.
Boy, Kami of the Crescent Moon.
Kami of the Crescent Moon could also be good. Sereth the Viper's Fang. Untap creatures you control have hexproof. I don't know. You have so many different ways to give hexproof, but you already have counter spells and stuff. I don't think we need Sereth. Especially when you only have this many creatures.
And do they have the artifacts? You know, the usual
Like
ones?
maybe instead of that, you just play an offer.
Yeah, I'm also surprised you don't
Or
want to
another
be
way to
playing like Howling Mine and stuff like that.
Howling Mine is good. Let's see. That's 4. So
You know, just something. Yeah, something cheap. Yeah,
Would you
Howling
cut-
Mine and what's it called?
I mean, we got Arcane
Font
Signet in
of
here.
Mythos and stuff.
So we're
Like,
probably cutting Arcane Signet.
you know,
Are
You
you
did-
cutting Arcane Signet for Howling Mine, do you think?
I mean, I usually go ramp for ramp, right? So
Yeah, they got 4 2-mana ramp spells. Is there one that we're missing? I'm just going to search it so I can't forget. C equals green. O equals search. O land. O battlefield. Ooh, Archdruid's Charm is a pretty good card.
yeah, that we're really excited for that. If you saw our MKM, and we're not allowed to say well, I don't even know if we're not allowed to say it, but the M in MKM is YouTube might censor it, so we haven't been putting it lately.
Yeah,
That's a
we're
little-
not sure. Let's just get Sakura Tribe. It's another way to ramp. You have Birds of Paradise in here, which makes me think maybe just, like, maybe not even Steve. Let's just get, like, Delighted Halfling.
The light halfling could be really good. I mean, your
Cheap
commander's
ramp. It ramps into
uncounterable.
this. You really, really, obviously you want this in play, like, for the whole game.
It also makes some of your creatures uncounterable too, like Jahira or Perforos.
Yeah, that's true. I like this. I think we got a good spot.
Yeah, eliminations at Karlov Manor Saberway.
Mia got to use her wheel expertise on that one.
This is, well, I mean, you have a whole Carador CEH deck coming up, so
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the next one.
I'm spoiled. John Cena.
Yeah, Ornithopter's not bad. I do prefer that, and usually more colors needed, and because it's more, well, not just more colors, but it's more susceptible to like artifact removal because it gets hit by like artifact removal, creature removal, etc.
So I don't know.
Yeah, thanks so much for submitting it and just joining the stream and participating and hanging out.
As a quick aside for people in the chat, I don't know if you've seen that video where it's like, I know you probably know the clip, like, and his name is John Cena, but have you seen the original prank video? It's a prank call from a radio show.
Beezy showed me this once. It
It
was
is
like incredibly like
one of my
weird.
favorite
It's long too.
pieces of media to ever exist. They get this woman like 36 times, and they just make the best setups for John Cena. It's so good.
Yeah, Gabe, thanks for sending it. It is working okay. Just letting you know that if you do miss it, which I don't think you will, this will be available as VOD later.
Yeah, I would say it's the best prank of all time.
They like it.
They should like it. It's amazing. I think it is the best prank of all time.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Send it our
Nathan,
way.
appreciate the super chat. Your queue is inevitable. How is queue, by the way?
We have 5 people right now.
Okay, I'm just trying to check because I
Yeah, top
don't
tier
speak-
prank. They said.
don't speak Mia on the. I don't speak her scribbles. So we got the King of the Oathbreakers. When it or another spirit becomes a target of a spell or ability, it phases out. So cool. So cool. I love this weird. None of your stuff can be spot removed, period. Which is why Druid of Purification and Soul Shatter are so good.
This Windborn Muse, I'm not sure.
Oh, wait
like
a second.
immediately.
Good call, because I didn't see that. I don't know if I like this. Although, it is better when it can't be spot removed. However, this has an effect of when it is spot removed, I still get to phase it out, and I still can attack you. So let's just get rid of it, because that already makes me not
I think
like
this
it.
is interesting because it's spot removed.
Season the Pervert.
Yeah, so you try and get it for you, and then you like
Oh, you phase
you
it?
phase it for everyone.
I'm sure there's
like
a bunch
that.
of ways to target.
Sounds good. Also, yeah, the video's hilarious. Are you support the U.S. military? Well,
Yeah, they get her so good with the U.S. A former U.S. Marine needs your support, and his name is John Cena. All right, Vindicate. We're gonna cut Vindicate all day.
yeah,
I don't think
definitely.
3-mana sorcery is a good rate to take out anything. I don't even know what is going on here. What this is 1-mana instant target any number of creatures.
I don't like that Orzhov Q rune.
Ooh, not a fan. Doesn't even become a spirit. Yeah, so I'm not going to cut any of your janky ways to target because that's like exactly what the deck wants. It wants janky ways to target any number of creatures so you can turn any random spell into like a Teferi's Protection.
Hey, Ken. Ken says debt to the Dankless.
Ken, they got that to the Dankless in you for you, buddy. They knew that you were coming.
Yes, Eric says my personal favorite is probably the Champ bit.
Is Champ there? Who is Champ? That question will be answered this Sunday. So good. I'm sure Ken also loves that video. Ken, you're coming in. We're talking about the John Cena prank video.
Hello, Espen. Thank you so much for joining. And yes, you can send a second list over. It does require a second super chat, but we will take multiple. Yeah, if you want to do multiple lists, you can. And if you also want to just replace your list because you sent the wrong one or you'd rather have something else, that's also acceptable.
How are we feeling, Mia, about how are we feeling about Sphere of Safety?
No.
Okay. And how are we feeling about land tax?
I think land tax is more acceptable than Sphere of Safety, but I'm still not the biggest fan of land tax. I just like, how many basics are you running?
Plenty.
Okay. And
I'm also not the biggest fan.
Yeah, it's just, I don't like, it's okay for thinning out your deck, and it comes down pretty early, which is nice. So I could see it as acceptable, but I do think there are things that maybe we should get rid of first here, like the
Yeah, there's some random spirits, like I don't think Eidolon of Obstruction is doing you too many favors. It doesn't like no one's activating planeswalkers.
They say my favorite John Cena clip is from a Call of Duty game where a helicopter throat slams another helicopter. Dude, you look like Charlie Puth from this angle.
Dude, I gotta better stay from this angle.
Didn't the woman who was getting pranked in the call hate religion and thought wrestling was the devil or cult or something?
She didn't hate religion. She just hated wrestling for some reason.
Yeah, I'd cut the land tax if I were in charge of deck building. I used to hate land tax. It's grown on me. Having a lot of people scoop to Thrawn Breaker of Silence today and just sent it. Thanks.
Right,
I'll
so
be on the look. Okay, I just got it.
We've pulled up some spirits, but we will assess that in a second.
Thank you so much, Troy. Send it over.
Let's cut land tax. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't really play it in my non-green. Well, I don't really play it, period. I don't play it in my white decks that have that stuff. But, there's also Honor of the Pure. Okay, land tax, you've been saved.
Yeah, they said Ranger Captain of Eos.
No, we'll bring back land tax because Honor of the Pure is a card I would actually cut. I don't like these anthems that are just only anthems. I prefer getting a little extra like Vigilance with Virtue or Reduction with Gohei here. Or Ethereal Absolution, you also get a minus. I don't like playing just an anthem. All right, so let's look up spirits and see if you missed any cool ones. We have Selfless. You're kind of missing Selfless Spirit.
I mean, that's the one that most people play just in general.
That's a banger. Oh, Skyclave? Skyclave is
actually
premium
a good card.
removal. That card is amazing. We'll get that in there for sure. I mean, I can see why you don't have Selfless because all of your instants phase out your stuff, which is like the same thing. So maybe that was a purposeful omission. But definitely got to get Skyclave in there for sure. Both Kakushos are also spirits. That could be sick. That could
Thank
be...
you so much, Joseph. We
appreciate it. Might have a stew going there. Moonshaker's a really good win con that you have. Oh, Catilda, because her power and toughness are equal to the number of spirits.
That's really cool.
But then she disturbs, and you have like a little weird enchantment something.
Ken says, if you want to be pure evil, ethereal absolution and humility. My favorite John Cena bit is when someone brought a Cena cardboard cutout to Desert Bus for Hope in like 2015. It became a week-long running gag. And thank you so much, Joseph, again. And thank you so much, Chuck. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Your super chats go a long way to feeding our cats and getting them into college. Yeah, so I don't see Catilda, so we will get Catilda. I know Ken appreciates a good Catilda. This is apparently the Ken stream. We're going to just make Ken happy.
Cameron did a spoken word reading of Cena's theme song. It was glorious.
Who did?
Cameron?
I'm not sure who.
And no, Joseph, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You can't see me.
Hey, Ethan. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for coming back. Thanks for hanging out.
Couldn't stay away. We also hit over 100 viewers, so
thank you so much,
watching.
Gabriel. Send it over.
We love the super chats. We appreciate them. They keep the lights on here, the very bright lights that we have on.
We really appreciate having lights in here. And the cats going to college.
Lights, yeah. All of the above. Okay. We're looking for spirits, and it really drops off pretty quick. Once you get past like Yosei, it's like yikes.
Hey, the answer we don't like Arcane Signet in the deck is because it's if you have access to green, you can ramp with lands and stuff, and it is less susceptible to removal because not a lot of people are running mass land destruction, but it is But, one stray Vandal Blast and a lot of your mana production can be gone. So lands are a lot less fragile than artifacts are.
Yeah, so we're going to add Remorseful Cleric, Catilda, and who's the other spirit?
Yeah.
And Skyclave. So we added 3 nice little spirits to help the deck chug along. I guess we're a little light on ramp, so maybe we just get another ramp spell. What's the next one that comes to mind? Oh, Mia would play Talisman.
I would.
Can you tell me the blue one or the Warsaw one? Hierarchy. Okay. So we'll get that as the last ad.
Hey, Adam. Thanks for yeah.
This was a 5-changer, right? Just making sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Adam. Adding you right to the queue.
All right. Q's not getting overwhelmed, is it?
I mean, we have like 7 or 8.
Okay, so not really. Ready
So-
for the next deck when you are?
Yep. I am sending it to you right now. There's a little bit of a thing to read. The gimmick of this deck is that it's mono white. Don't look at wild research. It started off as a meme, but I went all in on it. Every card must be white. Need a better way to end the game, considering cards have rotated in and out several times.
Everything is white.
Hello, Rolling Reggie. Thank you so much for joining.
Realistically, I'm just now realizing this after 196 of these, but if this is the NN Deck Audits channel, it can be assumed that everything on this channel is a deck audit, so I could probably stop writing NN Deck Audit after every single one.
Yeah,
I made a
whole page for this just for BZ to figure that out 140 decks in.
No, 196.
Oh, even better. And
this is an all
very
white
nice. Thank you so much for, just watching the channel.
You said don't look at wild research. That's literally the first thing I'm going to look at. I hope you know this.
Maybe you shouldn't have told us to look
This
at
is
it
not a white
immediately.
card. This is not a white card.
Yeah, fan lies to us.
Judge. All right, so you're looking for ways to win, assuming everything is white. And this deck is not sparing any expense.
Also, why is there just an Angel of the Runes picture?
It must be from Secret Lair, and Skyfall couldn't get a better picture of it.
I just wanted to
This
point
is the
that out.
cryptid, the very cryptid angel. Warden of
Very
the
pretty
Eye.
Avacyn,
This
by
is a
the
cool
way.
deck, though. I like the idea of multiple colors of decks where there's a restriction like this. I
That's
had
fun.
toyed around with something
Ooh,
like this.
Thrave
But
Inspector.
you got the weirdest. Dang. I don't even remember this card existing in this printing. That's cool. All right. So, Children of Corliss. You gain life equal to the life you've lost this turn. Unless I can find some kind of combo with that, that's probably a card I'm going to cut. I don't see a way to make ourselves lose a lot of life. I mean, Wild Research is cool. We're not cutting it. But I
Just remember, it's not white, though.
I just don't know why we would... I don't know why we would need this. It seems like a gimmicky kind of card. And same with Heap. What's up with Heap Doll?
Yeah, Children of Corleos is one of those cards where I see it in a lot of CEDH decks, but it's that's with people who are trying to Necropotence or something like that, or Adnaz, or
Yeah.
it's one of those.
That's why I'm looking at Heap Doll.
Oh, they said the One Ring drains the crap out of you, lol.
Oh, just from the One Ring?
I
I think we could do a little bit better
Just
than that.
noticed
So
the
we'll,
price.
we'll keep that in mind. We're going to get rid of Heap Doll and Children of Corliss.
Yeah, you have
to
a lot
start.
of fancy, awesome art in here, so I could definitely understand why it might run you a pretty pay.
Yeah,
And thank you so much, Richard. The email is pinned right up at the top of the chat. It's deckaudits@nitpicking-nerds.com.
Gotcha. All right. Topplegeist. Topplegeist is okay. It does stop blockers. Avacyn, Zatalpa. Look, if you're looking for closers in white, I'm going to have to recommend Moonshaker.
And thank you, Steven. Thank you for writing that strongly worded email. It's what they deserve.
I think I'm also going to cut Blightsteel Colossus.
Yeah, Ethan, send it over. We love cards with weird restrictions, and
we
BZ played the KTK block, and so
I
he
did.
would be really knowledgeable about
I love
that.
the Khans Tarkir block. I did make the Pro Tour for Dragons of Tarkir. I was there.
And he
We're gonna
says
cut-
Children's helps with the One Ring, comes back with Abiding Grace. Yeah, that makekes sense.
I get that. We are
Tormund's
gonna-
Crypt is a better Heap Doll.
Oh, so you have one drop synergy. Okay. I mean, unfortunately, we might cut Abiding Grace if we can't find more sick one drops.
Yeah, send it over. Yeah.
But you do you can now play Novice Inspector.
Yeah, BZ being on the
Or
Pro
Giant
Tour
Killer.
of Dragons is weird NN lore.
It's very deep NN lore. Yeah, it is definitely weird though. It's not something you would expect because that was a while ago.
Yeah, he was 17.
Yes, I qualified when I was 17, and technically that's not legal without parent signature. So I had to get my mom to come down and sign the slip so that I could make the top 8 of that PTQ. It was a good time. It was a classic moment. Classic Beezy moment.
Also, I'd like to point out that Beezy started playing when he was 12, so he ignored the 13 plus.
I've been a rule breaker my whole life. I did start playing when I was 12.
I was a full adult when I started playing. And thank you so much, Adam. Send it over.
Hey, why not? Why not?
Joseph,
swords?
you are in the queue.
Okay.
You are like 4 or 5 down, I'd say.
So wait, if every card can be white.
And have fun, Zero. Have a good one. Thank you for joining.
This is my question. If every card is white in the deck, I get that. But why not play like the blue-white counter spells? Like why not play Dovin's Veto?
Yeah, thank you so much, Ethan. Send it over.
Thanks for the super chats, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So happy to see that you guys want deck audits because we love doing this. Definitely in for a solid stream today. We're gonna make it at least 3 hours, and we're not even an hour in, so we are cruising.
They said look in considering.
Oh my God! I'm not ready to unpack this. I say, why is there no Dovin's Veto? You say check considering. There's 52 cards.
And thank you so
I
much,
wasn't
Derek.
ready.
Send it over.
Oh God. All right. Well, if you're considering Dovin's Veto, I would say that Dovin's Veto is a good card to play.
Yeah, if you're not done finishing it, we can either add 10 cards or, cut 10 cards or do some mixture of that too if you want. If people don't send us like a deck of like 60 cards, we can just add 10 or something.
And just don't say, look at the considering, and then there's 500 cards. I just get, like, you open a closet and then like a ludicrous amount of things come out and just bury you. All right, so we have 105 cards, which I'm pretty sure that means that you've submitted a deck with more than 100 cards. Oh, did you only want cuts? Let me just make sure that I have this right. Did you only want us to cut 5 cards? Because I think you started with 105 in the deck.
Hey nerds, what's your favorite non-miso, non-amber, funny internet cat? And thank you so much, Chuck. We appreciate it. I am going to mark you down so you get 10 changes then.
Thank you, Chuck.
And what's our non-miso, non-amber, funny internet cat? I like the banana cat that runs a lot. And then
he runs.
Yeah, or the one that's like because that's Beezy and I.
No.
That's us.
Yeah, I definitely like a lot of those. I like the happy cat, where he's just jumping like this.
That's Miso.
That's so cute.
He says, I think I was adding more to considering and forgot to swap them over.
It's cool. We'll just do 5 in and out, and you can see what we like. I guess I would cut Dawn Charm if we're adding Dovin's Veto. That seems fairly.
There's also that one cat where they like take his paws and have him start dancing. He's like very jiggly.
Avril Lavigne girlfriend cat.
Yeah, I love him so much.
He's good too. He's very chubby. I wonder if there's any more 1-drops. I'm sure there's a cool one we can get in there for you since you have like a weird 1-drop theme. Oh, not rarity. Type. There might not be, but I'm checking. I'm checking.
Do you
anyway.
do any poppers, CEDH or popper EDH? We don't do popper specifically, but we do a lot of budget. Just during the stream, can anyone add their deck to the queue? Yes, they can. You have to send us a super chat of $15 or more, and you get added to the queue.
Now, since money doesn't seem to be an issue, how about Ranger Captain of Eos? Because you got all these 1-drops. And this is like a cool silence effect.
There are 12 people in queue right now.
Okay. We will make sure to not be as slow as we've been. We've been lollygagging a little bit. I'll admit it.
Do you want? Let's see.
Crucible. We got one more change to make, basically. And every card, of course, needs to be white.
Of course.
I've not been thrilled with Archaeomancer's map. That's just me. Maybe you want to get that Trouble in Pairs card.
That could be cool. And thank you so much, Matthew. Send it right over.
I won't recommend it as because we're like testing it still, but it is a. Oh, Mia.
Huh?
I know what card we can add.
My favorite, Unexplained Absence.
What about Unexplained Absence? That's crazy because it's a white removal spell, and it actually is a 4-for-1 or 3-for-1 that can get you value as well. And we even have cards that make random tokens like clues. You know, that's just too convenient that we get to add this. We do have to make a cut for it. And it is Sunforgerable, so even extra bonus.
That is awesome.
I think we do let's just cut let's cut Archaeomancer's map. We said we would do it. Sick.
Cool.
I love that theme of like 3-colored mono white kind of.
All right, your baby's up next.
Oh, Carador CDH? No way.
Yeah, it has a little bit of a primer, so I will read it to you.
I think I know Carador. Ooh.
I included a link to the Carador list I've been testing for over the past month and a half for a couple of upcoming CEDH tournaments, and I'd like your thoughts. I'd love some suggestions on the mana base, along with general recommendations. Parentheses, I know BZ loves Carador. I'm currently on Karmic Guide, Revlark, Boon Weaver, and Protean Hulk.
I see.
That's a lot of lines, and would honestly love some more general feedback.
All right, let me check to see. I see you have the Cauldron Familiar, Samwise, Grand Abolisher, Viscera Seer lines. When you crack Hulk, you go get Samwise, Cauldron Familiar, Viscera Seer, and Grand Abolisher. They cannot interact. You will get 3 food tokens. Then you can just sacrifice Cauldron Familiar to Viscera Seer, and then sacrifice a food to bring it back, which gives you a food. Then you just repeat infinite times.
Razaketh might be a little too expensive for this deck. Just like that's one of the things that
depending on if you've got a Reanimator package and you've got a little bit of ritual stuff going on.
There's also that one dude, the Orzhov dude that BZ loves, the Sadistic Pilgrim, whatever. He's not in here, and that's an alternate win con for B.
Yeah, I do have an alternate win condition. It's Elas, Ilkor, but you already have Blood Artist, so that'd be the same thing. It'll be Blood Artist, something like that. And then I have Vesperlark, because Vesperlark and Activated Sleeper go infinite. If you bring Activated Sleeper back as Vesperlark, when it dies, it can target itself, and it will. And you with a sack outlet, you need Activated Sleeper, Vesperlark to go in the graveyard that turn, and Blood Artist and Viscera Seer. That's another way to like assemble a Hulk win out of nowhere. You have pretty much all the silence effects. You have Kutzil and you have Mural.
Kutzel's he's liked lately. Yeah, they say this should be an oof.
Oh, an oof deck? I see Collector Oof.
Yeah.
Abdel Adrian you have, which goes infinite.
Ugin the coolest planeswalker? No.
Is Ugin the coolest planeswalker? He is not.
Already no.
He is not. I think what Mia said is you just have too much
stuff.
I think you just have too much going on, and you can just focus a little bit.
You have a lot of lines, and that's a little rough sometimes.
Yeah,
and
like I think you could.
Your deck's a little. The mana value I think is just a little high for me, at least.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards you can't cast. You can't cast at a reasonable time. I can tell you what I have not been thrilled with playing, and we can go from there. I feel like Silence is a bit of a more aggressive card, and I think Carador or this deck in general is just kind of like a mid-rangey type thing. I think you should be playing not every possible, but I'll show you the mana dorks I'm playing.
Yeah, they also want mana base recommendations they mentioned.
Okay. I can do that as well. This is a 5-changer, right?
Yeah, it's a 5-changer.
Yeah, I'll say some more general stuff, and then I'll actually...
They technically gave $20, so if you want to give 6 changes... That's
6 changes it is!
Because this is your expertise.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think of...
How do you like streaming on the double... Oh, Whatnot. We have not considered Drip. We are actually partnered. We're working with Whatnot right now, so... we are not interested in going anywhere else. We really like Whatnot. It's honestly a great place to interact with you guys. It is very streamlined with shipping. Honestly, it's literally just we'll put something out there, whether you guys buy from us or we give something away, and we just print out a label, slap it on, and then ship it out. That's why our average shipping time is like 1 day. It's just really, really easy on Whatnot.
Yeah, Whatnot's great.
We've liked it a lot, and just giving you guys stuff and connecting with you guys in that way is a super cool way. We're playing BattleBox there tomorrow. So come hang out.
So there is a lot of room to improve the mana base, I think. You don't like, so I'll talk final version of this deck. You don't want any pathways. You don't need any pain lands, just because the best things you can play are just too good. You don't need any reveal lands. You won't need any Shattered Sanctums or Deathcap Glades or Overgrown Farmland. In the long term, it's all fetches and shocks. It's just like
fetches, shocks, and duels.
This is literally what mine looks like. It's just, I think I have 8 fetches in here or something.
Every color fetch that you can run.
Ancient Tomb, Gaia's Cradle, all the untapped ones like Mana's Confluence, City of Brass. I think I do also have Beseiju. Gemstone's a must, pretty much in any
Horizon
CDH
Canopy
deck.
is the only like
Yeah, so I do have a Nurturing Peatland and a Horizon Canopy in like the flex-ish slots. I think you probably want Phyrexian Tower because it's very good to have an immediate way to sacrifice Hulk that is not a spell or ability. So that if it resolves, you just sacrifice it because you have priority.
He's been playing some Naked Hulks lately.
I need more sack outlets in my deck. I seriously do.
And thank you so much, Richard. And Jason, thank you so much for just checking us out on Whatnot. We appreciate it. And thanks so much for wishing us for a good stream.
Yeah, if you guys are thinking about getting on Whatnot and you haven't signed up yet, if you use our link, which I could pull up real quick, you can actually get a little discount.
Yeah, it's in our description. However, we also would like to talk about our sponsor.
We'd also like to talk about our sponsor.
Yeah, Card Kingdom.
I was going to say, they didn't even know who it was until I said, right now it's Card Kingdom.
We love them, genuinely. They're really awesome.
Card Kingdom's fantastic.
We're actually building a landing page with them right now. It'll be live in 2 to 3 weeks.
It's going to be sick. We saw the skeleton of it today where we're going to be able to point you to the cards that we think are just commander staples and super worth the price. So it's kind of like having access to an extra most worth buying video, but in the Card Kingdom link, it's extra and then content kind of.
And we're also trying to make it so that you don't even have to just you could just go to our page and click add to cart every single card that you like that we are going to recommend. We're going to have some evergreen favorites. Of course, Field of the Dead and Farewell and Tybalt's Trickery are going to be on there.
Druid of Purification, maybe even Soul Shatter.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that. Go check them out, and we'll let you know when the page is live.
Heck yeah. Oh, another super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Troy. We appreciate it.
All right, time to get down to brass tacks.
I'll note that you sent it.
I'm going to cut some cards.
Yeah, we love Farewell.
Your creature base looks really good, but I do think Stinkweed Imp is not worth it. That can go. Let's get that out of there, if it will ever let me cut it. Oh, did I not even duplicate this deck? Yeah, I never even did.
Gyarados. I think some of the decks on here can be bought for less. A lot of them are art treatments. I mean, this is a CEDH deck, so obviously these go for a lot, usually because they're playing the best of the best.
And usually Gaia's Cradle is a quarter of the budget.
Yeah, of course.
It's an $800 card. All right, so we're going to give it a Stinky Inky. Braids. Braids could be cool. Generally, a lot of these stack pieces you want to stay in play. I haven't loved Stitcher Supplier. I don't know if I love Stater Wayfinder either. Carador is such a plan D for this deck because obviously you're playing a subpar commander. I would also get rid of this Abdel Adrian thing. It's just another one of 1,000 ways to go infinite, but I think you're just diluting it a little bit. You have your plan A, and in CDH you have your plan B sometimes, but after that, it's really not worth having a plan F.
It really isn't.
Just
your deck's diluted.
Yeah, it just makes it so that it's never going to come down to that. CDH is usually you try to win once or twice, and you pick your moment, but you're not going to get 8 chances, so I don't think that matters a ton.
Yeah.
You should probably get every mana dork possible. So you have 4 right now. I kind of see what you did there. You did the thing that I usually do, which is 1 white, 1 green, 1 black, and 1 any. But you definitely want Deathrite Shaman, especially. Well,
you said you're free to add whatever. There's no budget. So
yeah,
that's on you.
You probably want Deathrite Shaman, but you don't have enough fetches yet, so just prioritize fetches in the future. Delighted Halfling will be good. Finhorn Elves. I'll just add Delighted Halfling right now as a...
Yeah, and I'm happy that they know that our choices are good. That's appreciated.
Who's they?
They said, okay, I bought the cards, and the vendor said, wow, these are epic choices by the Nitpicking.
Nice. Yeah, Buried Alive, also a little slow for what it is. 3 mana tutor just to go to the grave. Not fantastic. Haven't loved it. I think I would get rid of Silence. And... Oh, Greater Good for sure. I would get rid of Greater. It's so expensive for a sack outlet. That's what, 5 changes? So we'll do 1 more. Maybe make it a land. Let's just make a... What's the most cuttable land here? What land looks submissive and cuttable? Oh, you actually do have fetch lands. You have at least 4.
I would say anything that is conditional.
How about the reveal lands?
I think that's that screams budget to me.
Yeah, we'll get for now. Let's just add Mana Confluence.
Well, thank you. We still appreciate it.
Yeah, so we'll add Mana Confluence as the ad for that. And was that 6? Am I losing my mind? That was 6. We'll do 1. Let's do the 5 ads. We need what cards do we want to add to this deck? Let's see. What have I liked lately? There's a foil haze over this thing. I do love Culling Ritual. Oh, Natural Order. Yeah, you're trying to spam out Hulk. I think natural order is one of the best ways to do that. In my eyes, you kind of have three. You have 3 4-mana I win the game buttons. There's natural order. There's also pattern of rebirth, and there's Academy Rector, which finds pattern of rebirth, and then all of those cards find Hulk, which just goes infinite, or you find Boomweaver and go infinite. I don't even know if you need Hulk and Boomweaver. I thought Hulk was better. Maybe Boomweaver is better. I'm not 100% sure. But we'll just leave them in for now. Swords. A couple kill spells. Obviously all the fast mana. Mox Diamond, another fast mana to consider.
You don't play Altar of Dimension in yours. Just curious.
I don't, but I've been saying I don't have enough stack outlets. Yeah. So maybe it's something I should get in.
Do they have...
Because with Altar, you don't need a win con.
Surprised you don't have Dothy in here.
Ooh, good catch. Dothy Voidwalker is literally...
I mean, it slaps regardless. And Frank, yes, you can.
It's one of the best hate bears in the whole
$50 or
format.
more in a super chat, and then send it over.
Yeah, it's completely busted. That card's so annoying.
We're going to have to close queue kinda soon, so send it through.
Temporarily. I've liked Elvish Spirit Guide.
Can we have a poll, please, to use the best NN member, BZ, Mia, Amber, or Miso?
Wow. I think I can do that. I'll get this deck finished because I got to have 3 more cards, and then we'll do a poll. I'm curious who the best NN member is according to
it's
trolls.
Miso, obviously.
According to the trolls and the haters and the fakers out there. Lauren, I do like Lauren a lot. Is she in here? I think Lauren's funny. Depends on what your meta is, but I think it's a totally functional card. Good with Carador.
Abolish the
but
index.
It says that you can't win with Thassa's Oracle and an empty library if Lauren is out.
Yeah. I guess I never thought of it that way because I don't win with Thoracle, so I'm just saying it as maybe I'll get a card.
No, maybe
it's like, my mana crypt gets
it's also
destroyed.
like a foil to the best win con in the format. And no one's going to see it coming. No one's going to see it coming unless anyone's played against it before. Then they'll probably...
Unless anyone's ever played a game before, then maybe they would have seen it coming.
Well, even if they see it coming, it just means they cannot combo. They just won't do it, which is also fine. It looks like you mostly have a lot of the same stuff I would do. You even have more creatures than me. Let's see. Do you have Ranger Captain? Ranger Captain's fantastic. You do. So I think
I've liked Solitude in mine lately.
Recently. Looking with tutors.
Yeah, Amber has a ton of attitude. She's
sassy.
A pissy lady.
She's a piss baby.
She is a piss baby.
Eldritch Evolution. What's the difference?
Thalia. They said Thalia is not good. Just like someone who is not the author of this deck.
Got it.
I don't love Thalia. Well, I don't run it in my CDH deck at least, and I run a few stacks pieces. But for BZ, I think he runs more creatures than I do.
I've liked Veil of Summer. That feels like a good way to protect what's going on. It's kind of like I'd rather play Veil of Summer than Silence. I'm pretty sure Veil of Summer's gotten me out of some sticky situations. I'm currently team crop rotation, but I don't know. I never draw that card, so I can never tell if it's good or not. How are we looking?
I see the same 10 cards every time.
How are we looking on fast mana? Chromox. I do have Lotus Petal in this deck, and I do also have Elvish Spirit Guide. I don't think you do. So I'll add Elvish Spirit Guide, and then also with the note that consider Lotus Petal as well. And we can go to the next deck despite the fact that I love Kara. Oh, what's that poll? So Mia, you can take your time and sort stuff for a second. Yeah. I'm going to make a poll.
Let's see. Amber walks across the table all the time. She's a sassy lady. Richard Thomas, I'm still waiting for yours. Please send it over.
All right, for all 132 of you.
There's a lot of people in front of you, though, so if you're still working on it, take your time.
Oh, we just got another super chat.
Who is it? Absence of Nothing. Thank you so much. Send it over. I'm going to close queue after this, please.
Add option.
Someone said something. Can you scroll down a little?
It's going to be tough. Making a poll.
Don't put yourself twice. Beezy tried to put himself twice. Who's the best nerd? Mia, Beezy?
All right. The poll is here. This is going to be a big one. Big poll on who the best
hi,
Nitpicking
Dan
nerd
Marco.
member is.
Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you.
Our day's going good. We are figuring out who the best Nitpicking nerd is.
Yeah, it's Amber. We get it.
Is it actually Amber?
Amber. It only shows the winning one.
Oh, it shows the winner. I got it.
It's
Amber? Miso's really going to have to get those numbers up. Well, a big boost for Mia just now.
Thank you.
Someone's rallying. Thanks for your
I'm
votes.
sending you Gabe's first deck. He
Oh,
sent
I have
us
to
two.
also close the queue.
Yes, please.
Close the queue for a second.
Yeah, Amber at 54% right now. Amber is a sweet lady,
Crushing it.
but she is a crabby old lady.
All right, our queue is full for the moment. We're going to run through what we have, and then we are going to...
Thank you so much, Will, for joining that. I know BZ really liked editing that.
I really did. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So next is, I just sent it to you. Would appreciate focusing on solidifying the identity/win con of the deck. Deck has a bit of an identity crisis. One main win con is Mox Amber Retraction Helix combo, but it doesn't always win on the spot. Trying to do a bit of reanimate strat too, but is stuck in this limbo of control combo value. Thanks for your help. I hope to see you guys in Chicago. Hit us up on Twitter or Patreon or something, and we would love to play a game with you.
Okay, they said
And
Mox
then
Amber...
a whole information transmitted in this electronic mail and any documents attached.
Wait, they said Mox Amber and what else? Attraction Helix?
Yeah.
Got it.
It doesn't always win on the spot, though. But
Okay.
that's one of the main win cons.
Well, if that's one
Yeah.
of your main win cons, might I introduce
Yeah,
you?
Amber's Employee of the Month right now.
Might I introduce you to the other way that I think to win with Mox Amber as I duplicate this deck? Lootin' and Tootin'.
Did you get inspired by your own real life?
Myself, yeah. I've tooted every once in a while.
You fart a lot.
Hullbreaker Horror goes infinite as well. Hullbreaker Horror also goes infinite
Hullbreaker is nasty.
with 0 mana rocks, especially Mox Amber and Soul Ring.
There's your boy.
Oscar! I love him.
He's
This is
very
really-
powerful, and to think that he's only 49 cents is pretty insane.
Let's see. Okay, so if you're going for power, let's get rid of Shield Red, please. I don't like that card at all.
Yeah, these mics are also, we also have to talk pretty loud in them to begin with. We also might be talking a little bit quiet. Hullbreaker Horror, very good. And then Secret Lair, that might be a very limited thing we do on Whatnot. Like, stay tuned, maybe?
Yeah, you know, if we
It
got a
could
bunch,
be
like,
interesting.
if we got like a couple $5 cards together and like put them in a secret layer and then got a bunch of those secret layers.
Hi, Bike
together.
Dad. Thanks for joining. They said we're a little bit soft right now, so
Ooh.
we could tune up the game.
Yeah, let me try to increase the gain. Chat, stay tuned. Listen to how I'm hearing it sounding right now, and then I will up the gain. Okay, so now we have upped the gain. Is
Hello,
that better?
Clo. Thank you so much for
worse,
joining.
Or the same?
Yeah, we will definitely take your opinions to heart.
Yeah, let us know if that gain is working out better for you guys. And I'm going to continue looking at this. I think every background pretty much is
Bleh.
going to become more and more useless the more competitive you get.
Do we like Oath of Jace?
I do not, but it does discard, but it is legendary. Maybe that's the thought process.
I know you don't like Palantir. I've liked it in my deck that revolves around drawing cards.
Damn, this card's expensive.
But also, I really like it just because I play a lot of like 7 and 8 mana sorceries, you know?
Right. No, that has value. I'm not going to cut it. We'll only cut the offenders here.
They said that's a little better, I think, but kind of the same. Yeah.
If
we
anyone else is noticing, feel free to chime in. I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, we do partner with our cat. Well, it's like we partner with each other, and our cats are our companions. We've talked about this a little bit with each other, but Misa could only cast things at sorcery speed. That's his like little thing. It's RA all the way up.
Yeah, it's already maxed. Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, they said it sounds good, or some of them do.
Yeah, if that might be a
Bike
thing
Dad.
with your own computer volume or something.
Yeah, Bike Dad, to answer your question, our queue is closed right now. However, when queue opens, if it does today, because there's a bunch of people in line, if you send $15 or more, and then in a super chat, and then you send over your deck to Deck Audits at nitpicking-nerds.com, we will look at your deck.
Yeah, so for serious, to
Yeah,
help,
breach, when in doubt, breach the multiverse. You understand.
literally, that card's awesome.
That card is, I think, the most fun card to come out in the last few years.
We're gonna trim,
I'd
like-
say at least.
We're gonna trim a couple of these randoms, like nagging thoughts. It's a nice cantrip, but this deck's gonna be absolutely banging in a second. So
Kira's one of those cards where it's like,
don't love
sometimes
Ornithopter
it's really
either.
good, and sometimes it's just not the greatest. I think it's pretty mid.
I am also pretty mid on it. Let's just get rid of it. Cabal Paladin's a way to win. Luton is good. Oh, Egon, God of Death, we can trim him as well. Oh, Toothy. I am not a big Toothy fan.
I think it depends on the deck. I don't think this deck is.
I don't know if I've ever seen Toothy not kill the person who cast Toothy.
Is that just because it killed me like a couple days ago?
No, we originally had it in our commander cube, and we had to cut it because it was a liability.
This is different than deck roasts. This is just us giving advice.
Yeah, if it sounds like a roast, that's a coincidence. Confounding Riddle is a little expensive to cast.
Richard,
Don't love
I
it.
have not gotten yours yet, but I'm gonna check. Sometimes it throws it in spam, so let me just like check around real quick.
Oh, but you know what? I'll add it back. because
Yeah,
that was-
Richard, I've not gotten it yet. Just remember, it's nitpicking-nerds.com. So that's a little
Check
bit.
it for reference. All right, so this might sound like it makes no sense, but Mishra's Bauble and Urza's Bauble,
Yeah.
not only do they work very well with things like Oscar and the Hullbreaker Horror combo, but they are very easily cyclable, so they really don't take up anything. And they actually help with things like Everflowing Well, too. They are very useful.
They said you need to replace Circular Logic with its Sorcery Speed version.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get this. Oh, we can't. It's not. It's not on Scryfall yet. What a bummer. Circular Logic was nerfed to be a sorcery, which
Confirmed.
is 50% irrelevant,
Yeah,
but
for the
100%
memes.
hilarious.
They said Doom Whisperer is cool. I do like Doom Whisperer quite a lot.
It's good to put a lot of things in the grave. Treasure
Actually,
Cruise.
Ifnir, that card's too broken. Take it.
This card's broken. What do
Take
you?
it out.
What were you thinking? It's so strong. Unctus. I like that we're doing combos. We just want 2 more cards. How many counter spells do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe that's a little low.
Wait, scroll down low.
We have infinite card draw. There's a lot of card draw in this deck.
If you're discarding a lot, what are your thoughts on like Waste Not and stuff?
Waste Not only works for them.
Them, sorry.
You're thinking of Bone Miser.
Yeah, I am thinking of Bone
So let's get
Miser.
Bone Miser in here. That's a way to like make a ton of mana and just go off. Take a really long turn.
Bone Miser's super cool.
All right. One more ad, you say. Let's just do a quick Skyfall search, see what we can find.
Richard, I got yours. Any thought on the reanimation package, they asked. And no worries,
Well,
Richard,
Hullbreaker
thank you
Horror
so
helps
much.
with that. You have at least 4 creatures, 5 creatures, now 6 creatures worth reanimating.
What'd you say about how we could get us to check out a deck? Queue is closed right now. So right now we are not accepting anymore. However, when queue is open, you send a super chat of $15 or more. Do you want to end this so I can like see
It
chat
has
more?
been confirmed that Amber is the best member of Nitpicking Nerds.
And so when it is done, you can send a super chat of $15 or more. And then we send it to the email and we will take a look at it. However,
when the queue is back up. Which
but
is
the queue
currently
is very much not open right now because there are a lot of people in.
a lot of people.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel.
I mean, stream's not even halfway over, and as long as my throat doesn't give out,
Yeah.
we could do a lot today. So
Yeah, Steven, to answer your question about, like, we actually have gotten this question a couple times of how much would it cost us to build a deck, and we don't have a firm price on that. However, what we will say is that we have a Patreon you can check out. There is one tier that is $300 a month, and you get a 30-minute call, and you can ask us whatever you want, and we will build a deck with you there.
yeah, we can easily use that time to build a deck, and it's monthly. So if you want to come back to it or whatever else, just save it for the next month too.
So that is, we are not building decks at the moment. However,
Yeah, we don't have a way to do that easily. Maybe that's a stream where we
Maybe.
could only take like
One or two,
3
yeah.
people ahead of time. I'm not sure.
We haven't worked out the logistics yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, it would be hard. Maybe we could. It might be the case that let's say we started this next stream, we would say, hey, there's an extra I don't know what this would have to be big tier, and if you pay it, the next time we stream we'll do that, and if 3 people do that, we can have a full stream.
Yeah, I mean, we could always do maybe
Yeah,
we have to work out the logistics, honestly.
yeah. I don't go for the throat, so I would recommend cutting that too. But I added Soul Shatter as a nice solid removal spell, and we can move on.
Sure. I'm sending you the next one. Let's see if this...
Good luck with the
This-
Hullbreaker Horror combos.
This one says, nothing too out of the ordinary, standard Selesnya, +1/+1 counter shenanigans, but there's always something that can be improved by a set fresh eyes. Thanks.
Relying on BZ to come up with a better name.
Fan leans on NN.
No, it's their worst nightmare.
Oh.
I just hit publish.
Yeah,
You
logistics.
fool!
Yeah, Amber is coming for all of you.
Never rely on me for anything. Can't trust anyone, kids.
That's the first lesson.
It's the first rule of Deck Audit Club. Threefold Thunder Hulk. It's a 3/3. And you get some gnomes. Okay, so it's like a weird mirror battle sphere.
Yeah, there's a lot of artifact cards in Commander.
And Sovereign Okinek Ahau says for each creature, oh yeah, with the base power difference, it grows to that difference. So if you have a 1/1 with 5 counters on it, it gets 5 counters when it attacks.
They said, sometimes you have to be the setup man.
I as a lifelong setup man, I do respect that. Mia's like, why do you always do that and put yourself in those situations? Like, so someone can own me.
Don't take that the wrong way.
So someone can demolish me. How about that? So someone can defeat me in a game of Commander. Is that specific for you?
Sure. Good
Could
enough.
you do me a huge favor?
No. Yes.
My water bottle is
I'll
a little
fill
empty.
up your water bottle.
Ooh,
Anything
ooh.
else?
$1 million.
I'm gonna beat you up. Stop, that's mine!
My voice is being a little stinky today. Okay, so Clam of Us is like a second copy of your commander. This is definitely a lot of like Celestia beats. I think Threefold Thunder Hulk is a little expensive. Like a lot expensive. I'm gonna get rid of it. Roaming Throne. You know, I don't love this card, but I do have to test it more. So overruns, we got Triumph. This is kind of an overrun. What else do we? Cathar's Crusade and Felidar Retreat. Flowering is cute. It does work. Together Forever. Master Chef. I don't love Master Chef, especially since it relies on your commander, which isn't even cheap. Bonus points for having no mana rocks that are not Soul Ring in your green deck. Do appreciate that. Unbreakable Formation. Not when you already have Heroic Intervention. Casting it at sorcery speed is not great. Wild Beastmasters.
Oh, we got a super chat.
We got a super chat.
Or, I think.
Thanks, Gypsum. You said green sleeves. Those some of my decks are in green sleeves.
BZ's a dad without children.
It's true. It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, let's hide.
Botanical
Yeah,
Brawler.
deck. I just want you guys to know, queue is closed right now. If you guys send any super chats with decks, we may get to them, but if we don't, we will just email you the changes.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. We'd also like to point out that it's $15 right now.
That would be the minimum if Q was open, but Q is not open.
Yeah, queue's not open, and it's $15 minimum right now. We did do the price change pretty recently. College is expensive for Miso.
Those college rates, you know.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much, JVSIM. I don't know how to say that. Gibson? Is that better?
Gypsum.
Is that better?
Gypsum.
But yeah, just letting you guys know.
Yeah, we'll see if we have time at the end. I don't know.
We might be able to go a little quickly at the end.
Worst case scenario.
We're trying our best.
Worst case scenario, we'll just send you a quick little blip through email.
Yeah.
It might not make it on the stream though. Okay, so Augur of Autumn, kind of a random card. I don't love it. You're gonna have Coven, sure, but I just don't think that card is. I don't think it's that great, especially when you only have 30 creatures. If you had like 50 or 40, then we'd be cooking. Then we'd be cooking with gas. But I don't think we need to do it.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it.
Every little bit helps these awful cats get an actual education so they can leave our house.
Miso yeah.
They won't leave us alone.
Amber needs a doctorate, and Miso needs to graduate the 3rd grade.
Miso got held back again
a lot,
this year.
You know, he's 4 now, so it's he's been there for a while.
That's like 20-something in cat years.
It really is. He's like in the 3rd grade.
He's like an adult sitting at the desk. Still learning to poop in that litter box, huh, buddy?
It's like that one post, I don't know if you guys saw it, that was like, yeah, you know, I was a gifted kid, I still am. Put me in a room full of like 5th graders. I bet I'm smarter than all of them. It's like, me too, buddy.
Oh, thank you, Gypsum.
Yeah,
I do
we appreciate
that.
it.
We definitely appreciate it. That was very nice. All right, distribute 2 counters, and then you double the number of... So, yeah, you really are just doing, like...
Yeah,
complete
Unclaimed
shenanigans.
Territory is the worst land ever, BZ 2024.
Unclaimed Territory is the worst land ever made. A worst land ever made in the history of the universe, I think. Even worse than Sorrow's Path. So we got to get Sky Shroud Claim in here, you know? I just noticed it's not in here. The Holy Trinity needs to be completed. Sky Shroud Claim is messed up. You've got all the overrun. I think the only thing you're missing is, like... I would just be nervous that this deck fizzles out without card draw. So I'm just making sure we have all of the appropriate card draw. I saw Esper Sentinel in your maybes. Let's get it in the deck. 100%. It's so good when you put counters on it. They can never pay it. It turns into Mystic Sentinel. Do you want to pay 4 for that? Are you kidding me? No.
Yeah, Nature's Lore, Sky Shroud's Claim, and 3 Visits is the one you're missing.
That's the Holy Trinity.
That's the Holy Trinity.
What was the other card? I don't really love Wild Beastmaster, so I'm going to get that out of there as the last cut, just to make sure we have ads. How about we get, like, Crystalline Crawler for just, like, some serious, nonsensical mana production. And I want cards. I want to draw cards. Shamanic Revelation, maybe? You can make some tokens with, like, Felidar Retreat, maybe. It also works with going tall because it can gain you some life. Like, if Shamanic Revelation was 4 mana, 5 mana, draw 4, gain 16, that feels good. And I think you want to have that many creatures in play anyway. So maybe Shamanic Revelation. And then, yeah, you have Guardian Project.
What do you think about, like, last March?
Last March to draw equal to toughness.
Yeah, I was like, you're doing 1/1 counters. I was thinking maybe your guys are kind of beefy.
They are beefy. I'm trying to think of, like, yeah, maybe it's just a little expensive.
Yeah, Elrond Frostfang, Tributary
Whoever
Instructor.
said that, I love you. You're trying to attack. Death Touch is amazing. That makes me want to play Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista and Elrond Frostfang go hard together. Consider that.
Okay,
Consider that one.
I sent you the next one.
I'm going to just throw it in. Because that is, like, a must-have. You're so right.
So this one says, hi, I created this
Matilda.
$40 budget human deck. I think it's pretty optimized. I'm just looking for suggestions. Cool. Let's check it out.
Sweet. Let's do it. Wow, we're really going hard on the creatures, which I appreciate.
There are, yeah,
I
a
respect
lot of
that.
humans.
All right, 35 lands. Feels about right.
I think your mana base definitely could be touched up a little bit, but we don't have to focus on that right
You're
now.
on a budget, so I'm not going to harp on it too much. Although, I think there's,
I just said touched up,
like,
you know?
Exotic Orchard is a land that should definitely be in here. You can definitely play, I don't know what I'm thinking of.
What?
You might even have it in here. Anyway, just, yeah, you can touch the lands a little bit. But
Please.
So when humans die, no. When tokens die, no. When creatures die, investigate. Stack a clue, get a human. Humans dying, draw cards. Sounds good. Don't love your temples under attack, but it is budget. Halo Fountain is a card that's, like, kind of expensive for what it is.
It's kind of amazing what is budget nowadays.
Yeah, Collective Unconscious, Shamanic Revelation. This is great for your go-wide decks. Torsten is kind of just a complete monster. I don't think anyone gives Torsten respect because nobody cares about him.
People aren't playing Generous Gift too much anymore because, one, Stroke of Midnight came out, and 2, 3 mana is a lot to remove 1 permanent when you can do a lot of that for...
Well, did I miss the memo? People aren't playing Generous Gift anymore?
I haven't seen it as much, at least. And they
Dang.
said, chat said, am I the only one playing Generous Gift in white anymore? What's going on here?
Generous Gift is great.
I think it's good in, like, mono white, and I definitely think it's good.
I just think it's good.
But I do see people play, Stroke of Midnight, if you're not hitting lands, could be a better option.
If you don't find yourself hitting lands, Stroke of Midnight clearly is better.
Yeah.
But if you want the option, I don't think there's too much of a difference between a 3/3 and a 1/1.
Yeah, it's just an option.
So she makes food tokens, and when you sacrifice, do we care about Astrid?
That Doctor Who.
She does die in the dumbest way ever. She drives a forklift. She drives a forklift into a forklift, and then both forklifts fall into, like, a nuclear reactor.
Bro, what?
But, like, the other forklift is being driven by a severed head.
What? How's it driven?
He's, like, hooked up into it. He's like, meh, and he's like a twirling mustache billionaire guy. It's really stupid.
Like, so it's a parody of Disney.
It may be. I don't know. But then Astrid, like, dies, and the doctor's all sad about it.
Says the premier mono white player.
But the whole time I was like, well, couldn't he just... He's got a time machine. Couldn't he just go save her? And he never does.
He has better things
He's got better things to do, like go to another episode that doesn't have anything about this in it. Destiny Spinner for no counters. You've already got the new 3-bin inspector. I don't know how often you're going to be activating Recruitment Officer. Probably never. Especially if you have a lot of ways to, like, go up on cards.
Well, Tireless Tracker, that's your boy.
Tireless Tracker is my boy. Well, she's a girl, but she's still cool.
BOI, you know,
Boy.
the spirit of boy.
The boy. Do we need Sun Titan? I would say
If you're trying to make a lot of
probably
humans, I
not.
mean, do you want to go like...
Oh, I don't think I duplicated this.
Let's see.
Humans on a budget.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get rid of... Oh, I saw Banisher Priest. That's a big no-no for me. I don't like temporary exiles like that.
O-ring type deals.
Forget about it.
Yeah,
Someone
I
sleuth.
figured it would be a Disney reference, right? Like, that's what... When people have, like, the frozen body type scenario
let's
of,
look
like,
it up.
billionaire, that's
Doctor
why I think of,
Who.
like, Mr. House Disney. Like, you know, whatever this is. Disney.
Let's try to find that guy. Let's go to the wiki. The regularly scheduled program will return
In about 2 minutes.
in about 2 minutes, but I
Yeah,
gotta figure out.
Purification Druid could have been good. If you weren't on a budget, then Adeline could be really good.
We gotta find this guy.
I've seen one episode of Doctor Who and it was kind of really cheesy. So
Oh, they're all really, really bad.
yeah, we can look at if Mentor of the Meek is in there once we get back to.
I'm just gonna search Voyage of the Damned Severed Head. What's his name, dude? Can we just go to images? No,
That guy?
it's not that one. That's a little bit different. Now I'm searching. What if I search forklift? It sounds like this isn't real now. This is the guy. This is the evil guy who
Okay.
drives a forklift.
Okay, Confused Companion.
No, that's not his name. I think that's just a Tumblr post. Please don't ever go on Tumblr, anyone. But this is the guy's head. I think his name's like Maxwell something.
Okay.
His name might be Maxwell Greed. Now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway,
I'll
it's
look into this a
extremely
little bit more
cringe.
while you do that.
is there anything else to look into? What else is there to look into?
Whether he's I want to get confirmation or not. Whether he was
Oh, based on Walt Disney?
Max Capricorn.
Max Capricorn, that's his name. Maxwell Greed is someone else. This Woodland Alkalite, I think it's a pretty cool card. Chat, anyone's like, oh, they're doing deck audits. It's like, they tune into the stream. It's like Doctor Who wiki. So sorry.
Let's see. His crimes are mass murder, bribery, sabotage, hijacking, attempted suicide, or attempted genocide, and attempted incrimination.
I don't know if YouTube likes you saying any of those words. If we're saying no,
M word.
if we're saying no M word at Karlov Manor, you just said like 7 words that I also wouldn't put. So, all right.
That's okay.
Okay.
Is Mentor of the Meek in there?
He is. Extraction Specialist.
How often do we do
I'm
this?
not a huge fan of either.
We try and do it at least a few times a month.
Usually with less Doctor Who.
Trivia.
Usually. Not always.
Depends on what you guys send us, unfortunately. Yeah, here we go. Mishaps at Karlov Manor. Maybe we'll put that as the next title.
I kind of like mishaps. Too bad we missed our boat. We're not going to make any more Karlov Manor videos. So
They're
we
not
already-
doing so hot.
I don't think people care as much about the set. I don't know.
I don't know. The views are stating that people don't care that much about the set. So
Okay. Hear me out.
we'll make more if people watch more.
Hear me out, Mia.
What?
Unexplained
yeah.
absence. Anyone for an unexplained absence? It's a 3 for 1, and it's very cheap right now. I think because it just got printed in a pre-con.
I have to buy like 25,000.
Mia's cornering the market on unexplained absence. It is seriously a good card. White
VZ
doesn't-
specs on it. Like VZ has. We have how many copies of Bolus to Citadel?
Hey, we
How
have
many?
we have a speculation game coming up for next month's most worth or this month's most worth buying.
We actually
so
do.
That could be your spec.
Deck techs don't do that hot. We're probably not going to do any deck techs.
It would have to be some kind of
Paid.
Patreon thing. I mean, we can't do deck techs. YouTube, not that YouTube cares about whether we do deck techs or not, but the audience does not care. That is a big factor.
Yeah, they don't
Here's
get that many
Funpath.
views.
They just don't.
Kind of, yeah. How about shenanigans at Karlov's Manor? Yeah, like,
It's got to have an M.
yeah. Weekend at Tesis.
Weekend at Tastes Us.
Champion Lamphole is human and budget friendly. I see the commander gives counters.
Is it in here?
I don't think so.
It's not, but it is a way to give evasion.
Makeup
good.
tutorials at Karlov Manor to steal an old TCC joke. Yeah, I know he's calling it Markov at Karlov's Manor because I do know people are calling it accidentally Markov Manor. And hey, thanks for joining.
All right, and then let's search USD is less than $1, just to see what we can find here. Oh, let's go less than $2. We got a $40 budget.
That's like you're rolling in it.
I mean, Heron Blade Elite is cool. That's the one that gets bigger with humans and it adds tons of mana. Is it in here? I didn't see it. Now it is. Boom.
Nice.
That's a sick one. Let's see. Any other humans that are just absolute... Oh, do we have Losnar Captain? I love Losnar Captain. You do have it. Nice. It's so strong. It just absolutely slaps.
Yeah, I mean, we're not as hyped about MKM as like we were about LCI.
Oh, I'm pretty hyped about MKM. I don't know about you.
Well,
I think there's so many good cards in it.
I mean, we're hyped about like the uncommons and stuff, but it's definitely not eliciting the reaction that LCI did.
That is true, but I am hyped about it, despite what other people want to do.
Yeah, Morph coming back is cool, and I do like the fact that it has more support.
More support?
But yeah, it definitely, the views show that people are not as hyped for it,
No, let's put it that way.
to put it lightly. However, we're giving a bunch of stuff away from it on Saturday, so come through to Whatnot.
Come through. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, they said I did Ranger of Eos, not Captain.
Odric? Oh, Ranger of Eos. Is that in here? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But Odric could be a win condition because it makes your things unblockable.
Yeah, they said I did pre-release and it was very interesting. The mechanics in this set are very complicated.
Oh, they are very complicated.
Easy's doing some sort of like arena draft right now, so. You got 100?
No, we got to do 2 more.
Okay.
And I think the humans are mostly fine. I mean, we can cut Astra. We were making fun of her the whole time. We'll get rid of her. And then let's maybe just... I don't like your temples under attack too much, especially when you already have Inspiring Call. So let's trim those as the last 2.
It just won't let you. It's like, no, don't leave
No.
us. Yeah, they said Kyler. Vanquisher's Banner is lovely, tad expensive though. Yeah, this is a $40 budget deck. I know it says 90 underneath, but that's Card Kingdom prices. I assume you're going by TCG.
Yeah, probably.
And hello, just dropped by to tell you became my favorite MTG channel. We appreciate
Aw,
you.
thank you.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for tuning in, popping in to say that. That's so nice.
Yeah. And is anyone thinking that Collect Evidence is going to be strong? Like, it's no delve.
There's no way Collect Evidence... Basically, there's not enough Collect Evidence cards that it's going to be notably good in Commander. I think it might be Collect Evidence cards that are good.
Yeah, I think it'll be like a one-off thing where
Like, it's fine.
But I don't think that it'll be like ooh, this is my Collect Evidence deck.
Yeah, that's not a thing. Just like Delve, there's no Delve deck because it's parasitic.
Yeah, are we excited for Fallout? Yes, I'm very excited for Fallout.
I have no feelings about it whatsoever.
they said
I'm excited for more Magic cards.
I thought MKM was too weak, and Collect Evidence is always just a terrible rate. We really like the uncommons of this set. They're really hype. There's some really prime removal, pick your poison.
Yeah, if you could just like...
Archdruid's Charm, BZ really likes. Unexplained Absence is my favorite of the set.
This set is... There's a lot of good cards in the set. Don't miss out.
Yeah, there's a lot of good cards in the set, but one, a lot of them are uncommons or hidden away, and 2, it's not the flashy ones. There's not a lot of good flashy cards in this set. There's a lot of good staple cards.
That's true. There's no Moonshaker Cavalry.
There's not a lot of flashy cards. Clearly, Wizards was afraid of Delve. Yes, they were afraid of Morph too. They said I always felt Morph was the wrong part of the color pie. Feels so much more like a black mechanic than a red or green. Yeah, it definitely falls into like the sneaky like shadow type deal in my opinion. King Darien XLVIII.
The 14th? I don't think we want King Darien. Timeless Witness could be good though.
War Leader's Call is sick, they said.
Maybe we'll do Timeless. I think we have... Wait, War Leader's Call... Oh, they're talking about that Impact Tremors thing from the set. Yeah, that card's sweet.
Yeah, have a good one. Thank you so much for joining. 47th. Yeah, it was not 14th. It was 47th according to them.
Oh, okay. Oh, here he is. Yeah.
Morph is so underpowered, though. I think Morph is one of those things where it's not that good of a mechanic. And they made it really complicated by having Morph in disguise and also Cloak, and also, there's like 10 billion versions of it, and whether they have ward or not have ward, and it doesn't play nicely together. 48, actually, they said.
48.
And so I think it's just a low power. It's like, it's fun if you like that, but
ooh.
it's a low powered mechanic, and I don't think it can really hang for the most part. And hey, thanks so much for joining.
I was literally just thinking we need like one more removal spell, and I kind of wanted to add another land.
Whoa, and
That
a
just
land and
has
a spell.
MDFC written all over
I
it.
just sent you the next one.
That last one took me a minute.
This is a 10 changer, by the way.
10 changer. I will forget, but it is 10 changer.
Right in the title. Does this have primer? Let's see.
This is a really
My
long.
Esper Commander / Orzhov deck. I built this thinking I would get a can't lose the game condition on board, reducing my life to 0, then exchanging life totals. But it turns out it's easier to get your life to 1 rather than 0.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm just looking at every.
How can you submit a deck? Deck submissions are closed right now. However, when deck submissions are open, it's $15 or more as a super chat, and then you email me your deck.
We are jam packed. This is basically just a black-white deck,
It also has 116 cards.
and it has 116 cards in it. Then where's the blue cards? I'm just going to
They
assume.
said Orzhov. They said Esper Orzhov.
Oh, Esper Orzhov. Gotcha.
I clearly read that.
Uh huh. So
Main
we're
thing
gonna.
with Morph is that there's
This is wild. We're going to be paying millions of life.
Yeah, flipping it is a very cool mechanic, and it does but I don't like the fact that you have to hold up so much mana for it for the not so powerful effects. Yeah, it's cool if you're a Power Ranger, but maybe not about a Magic player.
Okay, this is going to be hard to evaluate because there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of very expensive cards that I don't think you're going to get to play all of. So we're going to have to make some tough choices about, you're going to have to pick a few cards that do your thing and make everybody lose life when they're all at 1, or switch life totals when you're at 1. But you're not going to be able to play all of these and have a functional deck. There's too many of them. Like, I think Subversion's the first one to go.
Yeah, both Veto. I think Veto's pretty cool. Paying life is the point. I need to reduce my life total to exchange with my opponents.
No, I got that. I'm just saying there's too many payoffs for what you're doing.
We could Goldfish a hand. However, he has 116 cards, and I feel like...
It will not be functional. Every hand you draw will just... Because, we have the right number of lands. I mean, honestly, you probably need more. Shout outs to Field. But you don't have the right number of spells, so it's not going to be a functional thingy.
What is better, wrist or cell phone morpher? I was a big fan of Totally Spies when I was a kid in the compact, so I guess the closest to that would be a cell phone. So.
Oh yeah, because they had the I'm not talking about whatever you're talking about. I'm talking about Power Rangers, because there was a few that were they did stuff on a cell phone, right? And they were like, it's it's.
Yeah, we are not cutting
the
16. We are going to be doing 10 changes, 10 cuts, 10 adds, because that is what they paid for.
Yeah. If you want me to just cut 10, I can, but we're gonna do 10 and 10. So Subversion can go. There's a lot of these. Oh my God. This is every payoff that's ever existed for having low life total. What does Genesis of the Daleks do? Then you make Daleks for 3 turns. Then yeah, we're gonna cut this as well.
Yeah, this is big.
This is a chonker of a deck.
Oof, that had weird old millennial vibes.
This card I just don't even think is good, so I'm gonna get rid of it.
How can you check the total card number in Moxfield? It says
it's right at the bottom.
Bottom.
We might be covering it.
Don't forget to add Field of the Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, we are covering it, but in the bottom left corner it'll say how much there is.
Hey, I mean, we will not cut 18 and add 2. I know you're being sarcastic. However, if you guys do send us a list with a lot of cards and you do want us to do that, we can also do that.
Right. All right, so what's Grave Endeavor? Roll 2 d10s. Return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a number of counters on it equal to that result. Then each opponent loses X and you gain X. If we're trying to make our opponents lose a couple life, I just don't think we can pay 7 mana for it. There's got to be some easier things to do.
They said Lich Mirror, too
Skeletal
risky.
Scrying is not that great of card draw. Lich's Mirror, if you would lose. Instead, shuffle all your stuff on your life total. I mean, how are you winning? You might as well just quit.
Also, don't you want your life total to be close to 0?
It's not, I wouldn't say it's risky. If it goes off, I don't know how you ever recover. What are the chances you recover with 0 permanents in play?
Yeah, that is super rough.
I'd say it's just impossible.
I also just think it's rough in general because if your win con is getting to as low life as possible and then switching life totals, how are you going to recover with no permanents and whatever, and then also having 20 life? You know? I think
so
you're just out of the game at that point.
This deck has a couple angels and it has 4
Yeah, that's his
angels.
question. He says, how am I winning? Well, not...
Well, I think the way what we're trying to do is get you to play first. So we're going to cut all these really expensive cards and try to get more cards that are going to compete and accomplish what you want for less mana.
They said, if it's trying to pay a lot life to ton of switch with opponents, shouldn't it play Necropotence?
It could.
Definitely
It
could.
very well could. We're going to get rid of Feed
Hatred.
the Infection, I think.
Maybe
just
some
'cause-
end the turn spells so you don't die to lightning bolt.
Probably. We can't even worry about that. This deck can't worry about that, I don't think. Feed the Infection, Infernal Contract. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. Blood Tithe is not really a card. We're going to get rid of it. I think maybe Extort cards might do what you want.
Extort's cool.
We'll consider
Drop
that.
a like for the best nerds in Magic. We appreciate you. Thank you guys so much.
Drop a like
Or
for
else,
the best nerds in Magic.
BZ's gonna get disowned by his family.
Yeah, tell you what.
What? Do you want do you want BZ to get disowned? Just what? BZ making no. I hope you guys all pick no then. You couldn't even spell respect right. BZ.
I'm so far away from the screen. All right. This is the poll. I'm really
I hope you guys all pick no.
Yeah, I'm really curious, guys. You know, if you like the stream,
Like the stream, like with the thumbs up. However, also like low-key pick no.
yeah, Loki, please respect me. You know, thanks, guys. I would
Please,
appreciate.
please, guys. Can you
But don't
respect-
lie either. You know, if you press yes, you gotta like the stream IRL. As we're trying to like slog through this deck and figure out what we need. Fogs kind of makes sense. What about Shriveling
Yeah.
Rot?
Sanguine Bond's probably in there for the combo, if I had to guess.
You
Ink
gotta get
Shield
rid of
is a
this
lot
one,
of
too.
mana to keep up, as I found.
This is a lot of mana central. I think the average mana value was like 4 point something.
That is a lot.
You know, like the old meme of like, yeah, I was born in 2000 and they're like, and there's more. Is it 4 point? It's not. Doesn't just end.
Yeah.
4 point something else.
Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's at 69% for yes, I respect BZ.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Wait, some of you want me to get disowned though.
Yeah, no,
a
that's
little
that's
troubling.
funny though.
That's a little
However,
bit
I see
troubling.
that not all of you guys have liked the stream, maybe yet.
Yeah, so you know, get into that liking habit. Please don't let me get disowned. This is a big thing for me.
I'm calling T after this and be like, hey, can you disown Brandon real quick?
Shoutouts to T. Oh God! All right. Kakusho. We don't really have sack outlets, so I wouldn't say Kakusho is the most reliable way to make our opponents lose life. I guess for that reason, I'm gonna cut it.
Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying, Ethan. The Sanguine Bond doesn't contribute to the idea of reducing life to 1. Then, like, I do think that a lot of these are like
That's true.
Orzhov payoffs,
That's true. That
but
it kind
I don't
of
think
doesn't.
I don't think all of these are like streamlined to the point that the author of the deck wants to make.
All right, so we did cut 10 cards.
I like the stream of vote no. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Thank you so much. No.
That's real chaotic.
The artifact next to Bolas' Citadel needs a ton of fetches to work over bounce land loop.
Next to Citadel. Oh, the vessel. Yeah, but we have 10 cuts right now, so those are the cuts. We're going to lock those in, and we're going to try to find 10 ads. And we're going to sort of try to make this deck a little bit more functional. We cut the mana value down a little bit. It's down to 4.07.
What's this deck name list? It's called Esper 10 Changes.
Esper 10 changes, so I couldn't forget. Very creative. I know.
Guys, please stop the applause. Easy says.
Yeah, guys, hold your applause.
Yeah, if that was a magic card, it'd be possibilities. That's interesting. What would BZ be? I don't even think BZ would be Field of the Dead if he was a magic card.
If I was a magic card, I might just want to be like an Elvish Visionary.
Yeah, I was like, I could see you as like Thraven Inspector.
That's basically the same thing. All right, so we want ways to like pay life. You know, Villas is cool, but it's also 1,000 mana.
Prick's not bad because it's 4.
Ooh, okay. How about to stick with our theme and to actually play removal? Let's get Snuff Out. Snuff Out's in here. Snuff Out.
Because are you sure?
Because we can pay life, we can cast it for free.
He's definitely Chameleon Colossus.
I am not Chameleon Colossus. I'll search it, but I'm not.
Benevolent offering to restabilize after being at 1. Tree of Perdition, maybe. Is Tree of Perdition not in here? That's how I figured you would swap life.
This is what people say I am.
No, there's one called, was it Golgari Longlegs? Is that it?
Oh yeah.
And I keep calling him Abzan Longlegs.
This is what Mia says I look like.
I also call him the Obnoxious Gear Hulk.
That's another one.
Abzan Longlegs and Obnoxious Gear Hulk.
I go by many names. Okay. I'm also going to search for the CMC is less than 6.
I thought it was the tree. I mean, we'll have to look at it. There's a lot of cards in that deck. Isn't
Tree
it
of Perdition?
in here?
It's in here.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
We got the tree. I don't even need to look up. We're just going to try to make it so that your deck can like run more smoothly, because you're going to be able to do the thing. You have literally 1,000 ways to do the thing. We're just going to make sure you have like ramp removal card draw, so you can like keep up with these people who are doing like, you know, more fair, not more fair, more like actually less fair. They're doing less fair things. They're trying to ramp into Craterhoof, and we're like, can I keep 3 6-mana payoffs in play?
Can I swap your life with mine?
Don't worry, I'm gonna pay all my life down to 1. And it's like, so we gotta make sure the deck can keep up.
Cryptghast, I'm not sure if it's in here. However, we're trying to get things that are not as much mana.
Yeah, it's like Path to Exile can go in for sure. Ways to pay life that are cheap.
Yeah, I think we are swapping maybe ours with Tree of Perdition and then swapping it again.
I don't think you can do that. You put you put them to 13 is what you do.
Okay, and then we have to.
Then it's just like a 0-40.
Oh no, because if it's in there, then it's hard to get them down to 1, right? Because they're getting down to 13, which is nice and all, but what happened to the other 13?
Then you just gotta drain them out.
Yeah, someone asked at MagicCon where the NN were, and my brother said BZ stepped over me a while ago.
Ooh, Doom Whisperer.
That's fair.
That's a way to pay all your life.
You can always tell where BZ is in the crowd because he's always ahead above everyone else.
You have Doom Whisperer. That's awkward.
Shame Grizzlebrand is banned. Yeah, Necro should be in. Yeah, I think Necropotence is in.
So this is a little bit funny. I was like, oh, you don't have Doom Whisperer because I was checking this area for Doom Whisperer. You know, like the most expensive cards because it's 5 mana, but it's in the middle, so I didn't see it. Yeah, you guys want to just add Necro to this deck? It's a way to pay life, I've heard.
It's definitely a good one. Mischievous Poltergeist. Last one is in there. Yeah, there's a lot of cards in here.
It's a.
Also, Necropotence is like all-time kind of cheap. It's like $15.
Not bad.
I mean, you know, definitely not good on like a budget. However, I don't know. When I bought Necropotence, it was like 30-something.
We could even use Font of Agonies whenever we pay life.
Yeah, Toxic Deluge, Ad Naus, they said.
Ad Naus is funny. But Ad Naus in this deck is more like... Yeah, Deluge is in here.
Yeah, I don't know. Ad Naus in this deck is like... I feel like it's the same reason why I don't run Ad Naus in my CEDH Kalia deck, you know? Like 5 hits, worst case scenario, and I'm dead.
Problem with Ad Naus is you can't go to 1 willingly. You have to roll the dice.
Yeah, the 1 ring is always good. You can pay.
The 1 ring does deal damage to you.
It's pretty spicy.
You can sort of set up how burned you're going to get by it. And then use that as like a bonus. I was just going to think we need more mana rocks. I just want more mana rocks. Hatred just straight up kills people, yeah.
Miskopa, Guild Mage.
We'll get Hatred, and then we'll stop putting 5-drops in the deck. And we'll just try to start putting, like, you know, draw spells in the deck.
How many do we need?
How many what? Cards? We need 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you playing City of Brass, Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Mana Confluence? So maybe we get Painful Truce. That's a way to lose life, draw
Lotho?
Cards. I don't think we want Lotho in a deck where we can go to 1.
Yeah, that is fair. Ulamog just for funsies. Please,
Don't start. Don't start with that. Let's see. I want ramp. You guys keep distracting me from trying to put freaking ramp spells in this deck, and I'll never forgive you. Like, can we just play Night of the White Orchid?
They said this might be the perfect deck for Withering
And
Boon, my
Solemn
favorite
Simulacrum?
off-color counterspell. Well, mine's Tibalt's Trickery.
Yeah, Withering Boon could be good.
Do we want, like, Imp's Mischief?
I'm still trying to add a
Ramp, I get it.
freaking ramp spell.
Yeah,
like
who said
Spell or
Breach?
Stone.
Well, if the average CMC of this deck wasn't like 8.5, then maybe...
Right, we got to add cheap spells. All right, so what was that thing you were suggesting?
Imp's Mischief? Lose life?
How about Withering Boon? And we don't delve all the way down to stooping to Mia's shenanigans. We'll just play like an okay card.
Yeah, Q is closed right now.
So we're gonna need 2
Treasure
more.
Shredder, that's a good one.
Who's the Shredder?
Lotho petition to change Lotho's name to Treasure Shredder.
Treasure Shredder. I like it. I do like it.
Can you end the poll? Sorry.
What, the poll never ends, bro. Thanks for those who like the stream. We are up to 60 likes because of you, and I will not be disowned.
I thought 69 was the number where you don't get.
Yeah, but I'm just hoping, you know.
Okay.
Just like I'm hoping that we get a new sponsor. Just kidding. We already have Card Kingdom.
We love
we
Card
already need a
Kingdom.
new sponsor when we have Card Kingdom because they're like one of the best websites ever. We can actually go onto Card Kingdom since, you know,
we are live.
we have a computer. Card Kingdom. Boom. Murders at Karlov Manor. Boom. Enter to win a gift card. Boom. Pre-order now. They got the sick art. They got all the sets. Pretty great, clean lineup.
They had a sick Ravnica remastered sale this weekend, but they're sure to have more awesome sales, so go check them out.
Absolutely. Check out Card Kingdom. We love them. And expect something akin to this as a little Nitpicking Nerds landing page
But with our faces on it.
in the near future.
We're excited.
And you should be excited too. All right, let's just see what we can...
They said Mind Stone.
Mind Stone, yeah.
You had Dark Confidant / Dothy. Yes, Necrologia.
Necrologia, yeah. It's a way to pay all your life.
Dismember, Plunge into Darkness.
Oh, we wanted an extort card.
Line of
Line
Vengeance
of
is one of my
Vengeance.
favorite cards. Also has been very cheap. It's only like a couple bucks right now, I think.
So I think we might have added
More.
more than 10 cards, but I think that fits with the deck. So
Sounds good.
that's where we're at. We're
I
gonna
sent you the next one. It
put the next
says,
one.
deck needs some more win cons and some threats. And this
I
is,
feel like that's a common thing with Sidar decks. This is one of the most popular
this
commanders
is
we've done.
a 5-changer.
Sidar round 3 closing is hard. So 5 changes specifically with win cons in mind. I mean, obviously Moonshaker Cavalry. That's a sick art,
Yeah, awesome.
and that's a sick win condition. Jeez, does every knight ever have a secret lair card? Like, all right.
That's a cool Moonshaker.
Let me get reacquainted with the knights that you can even play.
Can you do... Does it care about double B?
Double who?
Double B? Does it care?
Does not seem to
Okay.
care. Okay. Well, you're missing Knight of the White Orchid as a little bit of ramp. Do we really want Phyrexian Crusader? I don't know if the infect is going to happen.
I don't really... That
Seems like it's in fact not going to happen. And then here we see full art city over here.
How many blue cards do you have for
Sheesh.
Force and Negation? Just curious.
We can check. 25%. It's a little on the low end. It's a fair question though. It's good to think about.
Because, like, would I pitch another counter spell for Force?
Kind of feels like you're defeating the purpose a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have,
We love budget, however, yeah. Unfortunately, right now, Q is closed. But we can look at it another time. Knight of the Reliquary.
that is a green card.
This might
So
be low for
let's-
negation. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too.
I mean, unless we can find some blue knights to maybe like shore it up a little bit.
Protocol Knight?
No, not protocol knight. Sorry.
He's the perfect man.
I know it's a blue knight, but
Remember when he specifically asked for blue knights and then I gave him one and he went, not that one?
if you want to add freaking
No, I
protocol,
don't want to. I
Yeah.
just...
So we're gonna get Phyrexian boy out of here.
Do you have Herald of Hoofbeats? He's a good one.
Horsemanship. I mean, if that's not a win condition, I don't know what is, right?
Yeah. No one else has horsemanship. Are we still taking requests? Not at the moment. We do have a pretty big queue ahead of us.
Yeah, I appreciate you asking, but
Thank
we are
you, though.
currently not.
Yeah, Basilisk Collar in this one because Commander is already flying first strike, they mentioned.
Don't love it. TBH. Not sure what Phyrexian Altar is doing in here.
Also, Animate Dead?
Well, it's a reanimator deck. You draw
Oh,
you draw
yeah.
this card, so
I don't know. I figured that we might try and go on our Commander, but if that, do you want a more, what's it called?
but you
Like
you
a
don't
more
get
hefty
like
package?
Commander gives you guaranteed ways to put cards in the graveyard. You don't need Entomb or anything. You always loot big boys in the grave. What was I just talking about though? I don't remember what I was even saying. Oh, Phyrexian Altar. What is that doing?
Is there
I don't think
a
we have
standard schedule of streaming? Usually we do Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 to 7 p.m., and it's usually like deck roasts, deck showcases, or just deck audits. But sometimes we do like Brawl or something, so come check us out.
Yeah, Bastion does not make knights. I'm kind of inclined to get rid of it.
They said not a knight, but I would strongly consider a key to the city. Good graveyard filler and excellent evasion.
That's the thing about graveyard filler is we kind of have it. We only need knights. We don't even need graveyard filler because we always loot when we attack.
I do see you have a couple of graveyard tutors, but like I guess in a perfect scenario, what are you tutoring for? And how does this work? You
get White Orchid for some rampy too.
If the queue is open, you send a super chat of $15 or more.
The queue is not open.
The queue is not open, so please do
Actually, we don't even need to say how it works if we're not doing it, right?
Okay, well.
I mean, like you can. People were sending in super chats to get deck audits. That's currently not happening. It will happen in the next stream and the stream after that. But queue fills up every once in a while.
Yeah, when we do those, at least.
So I'm just trying to make sure we have like win cons that are. I mean, ideally they're knights, right? So we should just keep looking. I mean, Lena is a way to get a lot of creatures in play, but they're not knights. Alenda and Azor is kind of chunky.
They said Dress Down, Sullen Spoiling, Titan of Litjara.
Oh, which one is that? That's the one that's when it enters or attacks, you draw a card for each creature, then discard. Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, card.
And we've added 2 blue cards.
I'm not sure if this is an approach deck. This seems more of a combat-based deck. So.
Yeah, we're not going to be approaching approach. 3 cuts. We need 2 more, right?
Yeah. Filth could work with giving evasion from the graveyard. Also synergy with Urborg.
I don't even love Return to Dust.
Yeah. In non-budget, I'm not a big fan.
Do you know what card absolutely dunks on Return to Dust comparatively?
Is it Unexplained Absence? It's less pips, too.
Unexplained Absence, baby!
I'm not, this is my favorite, and I'm not even, pitching this right now.
Because Mia's more like, she's all in on the chat. She's reading the chat, making sure everybody stays interacted with, keeping a good flow to things. And I'm over here thinking, what's Mia's favorite card of all time?
Oh, obviously Farewell.
Obviously Unexplained Absence.
Of MKM, yes, it is. Actually, also they said maybe the Bastion.
Bastion. Oh, I cut the Bastion.
Yeah.
Do they want me to add it?
No, I don't know. I think they maybe meant cut.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Okay. So we've got MDFCs. Oh, I really don't like Beacon of Unrest. It's too expensive to reanimate. Compare that to an Incarnation Technique. It's kind of embarrassing. Get
Breach?
Do we want Breach the Multiverse? That's kind of a win con.
Or Rise of the Dark Realms?
Too late. Breach the Multiverse. Win condition. Boom. Love it. 4 for 1.
Hey, just joined now, but I hope you're having a good time. We are. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching the channel.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, we're ready for the next deck, I think.
Sure.
This queue is, we're getting through it.
Shock. This is titled Coin Flip Garbage.
Coin Flip Garbage. How could I change that title? I couldn't do that to you.
Howdy, thanks for checking this out. I put this together with some high power cards I pulled from other decks I tore apart. Just looking for a more consistent play pattern for coin flips. And this is a 10 changer.
Ooh. I do appreciate these super chats.
Yeah, Breach is awesome. And thank you so much for supporting the channel.
Yep, Zender split in Okan. I don't know how to say that. How would you say that?
Okan, I think so.
Okan. Ooh, Okan is good. I haven't really tried that one.
Beezy just put a random accent on it. Went, yeah, you know what? Send it.
Ship it. 10 changes. I do see some inspiration from Heads I Win, Tails You Lose.
Do you like Chandra's Ignition or Darksteel Plate in here? I mean, Darksteel Plate immediately I think of the better one that has come out. So
Mithril Coat?
Yeah.
But do we even need it at all?
I don't think we even need it. So.
Especially with Boom Pile. I don't think we want Boom Pile because if we're flipping coins, if we care about that, are commanders in play? Is it like we're trying to lose the flip with Quark's Thumb? I still don't even know. But let's definitely get rid of Darksteel Plate. Don't love Darksteel Plate.
Copy this?
Assuming the deck ever lets me cut it. Yeah, there we go. and Mirror
Yeah.
Box. The
Have a
legend
good
rule doesn't
one.
apply.
Yeah,
So
and
what are we doing with Mirror Box now?
And thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us. Have a good night.
Thanks for hanging around. Okay,
Yeah. What do you think of Storm the Vault? I always end up cutting that, even in the the perfect deck for it.
Me too. Well, I'm just trying to think of like,
Do we want? Let's see.
what is Mirror Box in here for? We are not clone. Well, I can't
Yeah.
like we have.
Well, I mean, what's Chandra's Ignition in here for?
Okan becomes.
Oh, he giant.
He goes 6, 12, 24,
Oh.
48, and you just kill people.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought. I don't know why I had like a different dude in mind for a hot second.
So we
You
can.
should put in the other dude then. Oh no, it doesn't hit. It doesn't hit. Never mind. Ignore all that.
Ignore everything Mia said for the past 30 minutes. We're gonna actually mute her on the replay. So we have 2 ways to clone, but neither of them are legendary. So
They said Magma Opus
I'm gonna get
feels
rid of
out
this
of
too.
place. Needs more card
it
draw.
does. I'm gonna cut that as well.
Show-stopping surprise doesn't hit players. That's why I was thinking.
But if Okan becomes a 48-48, you still kill all creatures besides him and a player.
Yeah, that could be spicy.
As in, it's in the deck. Show-stopping surprise.
Spark doubles in here too. Look like they just like breaking legend rule.
Yeah, let's trim Storm.
And these are on a Moxfield account called NN Deck Audits. You could go follow it and see all of the decks that we've audited.
Here's the name for those who need it. NN Deck Audits. Featuring coin flip garbage. Isn't Real a Nambo? Because you don't care about heads or tails results. Right? Because you can't win a... I don't think you can win a coin flip? I don't think Real triggers any of your commanders. Yeah, I'm thinking it's almost time for throat spray.
Actually?
Yeah, my throat's getting sore. I think
Oh
we
my
need-
god, I'm so excited.
For those who don't know, when my throat starts getting hurt because I have a very weak voice,
Baby boy.
we go and get throat spray. There was a weird thing we did last time
Open up!
where Mia just sprayed it into my mouth on stream. So I guess we're gonna just run it back. You want to get in there? She's really excited about this. She's an absolute gremlin. There's so many
I'm so excited. Don't swallow!
I'm swallowing it.
B! It literally says don't swallow.
I've swallowed so much throat spray. My dad told me that you're supposed to swallow throat spray when you were younger.
It literally says on it, do not swallow.
Ethan says I was not disappointed. I'm sure you're talking about.
Look how it says, allow to remain in place for at least 15 seconds and spit out. You kept it in for 4 seconds and swallowed it. That's the exact opposite.
How many sprays are you supposed to do? 87?
It may or may not say one. No,
It
stop.
says one spray.
Stop.
I'm trying to keep it over here if I need it again.
Oh, okay,
You're
that's
trying to
fine.
take it away. The throat spray just exploded, okay, into my hands. I was there for throat spray 1.0. Alex, you know how hype it was. R.I.P. BZ, yeah. You're supposed to spray 1 squirt. Now, granted, I usually do 3.
Arguably.
Mia just sprayed 8 squirts. I'm gonna die.
Also, you're not supposed to swallow it, and I tell them that every single time.
Yeah, but...
Would you like to... Here's a wipe.
Oh, wipe. Thanks. I already wiped it on my pants.
They said, rip breezy, rest in spaghetti.
The throat spray is as chaotic as this deck of flipping coins.
Aaron Street Artist is great for Spellslinger. Rip Beezy because of the death throat spray, which you're not supposed to swallow to begin with. I said that already before he swallowed it. Hashtag
I don't have
phrasing.
long. All right, Footfall Crater, we're going to get rid of that. It's kind of a random card. I think it was in the Precon, Gavin Verhey's deck. Sorry, Gavin. You don't know Commander. And then we cut the deck.
What are we fetching for with Fabricate? Just Crux Thumb,
Crux
probably?
Thumb. Yeah, we're spamming the thumb.
We're
Flip a
spamming the thumb.
coin. Flip a coin. It's hard because all this stuff is just like, these cards are terrible, but then they flip a coin, which makes them good.
Yeah, does Amber get the channel? I guess after me, maybe Amber gets the channel. Do we have a third?
Amber
command?
is second in line.
Really?
Third in line, I guess, after you.
It's like, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Well, second in line, you're first in line.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, that would make more sense. Italia is a metaphorical coin flip, they said.
We're going to get Galvesveth out of here because I don't think there's enough artifacts to justify it. I'm not even sure why Sakashima and Spark Double are in here.
I miss him too. This is Ghost Beezy.
This is the Ghost of BZ. Still dropping hot fire advice, though.
Yeah, needs more fling. At that point, I maybe would play Kazul's Fury on a land and spell.
Let's do it. Yeah, flings are good in this deck because Okan genuinely.
Yeah, you don't
gets
solve Throat
ridiculous.
Spray, so Amber will have to wait. Frantic Ifrit, the genie dude.
Frenetic Ifrit, is he in here? He's not.
Carry Zev and Brawl team up.
I think Frenetic Ifrit lets you flip infinite coins, right? Yeah, I think so. Unless they eroded that, either way, it's still good enough. That water tasted like electricity because of the throat spray.
Arcbound.
Should we have a channel points? You can redeem channel points for throat spray, whether I need it or not.
You're gonna die.
Open up, Buzzy.
Thud, cheaper fling with funnier art.
All right, I am going to cut Ralzair because I'm 97% sure that does not work with your commanders.
Fortune Higgins.
And this deck already has so many random cards. We can't afford Nombo flavor inclusions. So we got to cut 3 more cards in this deck. Squeeze Revenge.
What is
Flipping
Slip
Coin.
Through Space?
It makes something unblockable and you draw a card.
Why do we want? Oh, because the dude.
He's
guy.
big, but at the same time, I don't know. I want to cut it. I want to cut it. That's what I want.
Where are we transmuting Muddle for?
Sensei's Top is so random. I don't exactly know what it's here for. It's one of those generic cards, but I think in a deck like this coin flip deck where you have 15 to 20 cards that are essentially garbage but make your commanders great and work together, you can't afford slots like Top. I really feel like you just can't.
They said that you'll deck with Zinder Split.
Just don't play it.
Just don't play it.
I mean,
yeah, game over.
Like you don't have to flip it infinite times. You can flip it 6 times, right?
They said you could cast with a massive command, or attack with a massive commander. Then when an opponent blocks, you can cast Arcbound on the blocker, then tie the game. We don't want to tie the game. We want to win the game.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
And also, VZ's had 4 sprays of throat spray. I don't know.
It was like 8.
No, it wasn't. Don't lie.
Are you trying not to get arrested?
Don't lie.
Trying to save your own skin right now?
Don't lie to the people. And he says, I don't know how much throat spray you have, but whenever I had, I'd eat a salty cracker before drinking water. It also tastes like absolute crap. Well, BZ's have made a lot of choices today.
What does Clayton say?
BZ was poisoned.
I was poisoned. That was a real cough, by the way. Don't mind me.
Do you need more throat spray?
I might, but I will be administering the second round.
No, you won't. Greetings from Portugal. Thank you so much for joining. Been playing Chainer for 10 years. Nice. Another mono black commander or Golgari. There's like a lot.
Emperor Cleave seems not useful because I don't think there's too many situations where you're equipping it to an Okan and getting much out of it, because if he doubles enough, it's game over. So Shadow Spear, just giving trample is almost the same thing. And I think that's 10 changes. I have to check again.
Yeah.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we got to just add cards now. Now,
Yes.
anyone who knows any random coin flipping cards, ship them here because I don't play coin flipping. Let us know.
Yeah, C double might be fun, but I don't think it's super, great with this deck. How high is the special attack? Plus 50% for a special attack. Kedis? Emberclaw familiar?
Oh, because if how'd you say it?
Okan?
Okan. If Okan deals damage. I want to spray your face with the throat spray, and then we'll get demonetized because YouTube will think it's blood.
Tide of War. Yeah, there is a recent history. I really like using it. Boyzen, but B-O-I-Z.
Boys.
Commander in a free spells. Yeah, that pitch cards are definitely good.
How about Trap Runner? It flips 3 coins at once. And this just says whenever you win a coin flip.
Planar Chaos, Game of Chaos.
We're flipping 3 coins, boys. Flip 3 coins. Boom. Boom. It's so simple. Why wouldn't you guys think of that before? This is
Yeah, there
great.
should be a pirate clone called C Double. I wish they pirated copy was pretty good though.
How about this? Flip a coin for each opponent you have. Mutalith Vortex Beast. And I think there's actually more words on it. For each flip you win, you draw a card, and then it deals 3 to the people you lose the flip for.
That's pretty sick.
These actually seem good. These looks like functional cards. Past this, I cannot guarantee. I have no idea what's going on after this.
2-head giant card, not format.
Yeah, when it attacks, flip 2 coins. Okay.
You guys got some good suggestions.
I know Jake and Joel like this card. All right, how are we looking on ramp? Maybe card draw could, we can't just rely on Zinder Split.
Yeah.
So let's get Mystic
You have
Remora.
Mystic,
You've
you
already
have
got Ristic,
Ristic.
so.
Quick summary of the upcoming decks. Yours is next. I think that's what you want, so yours is right next.
They're like, I just wanted a summary. And
No,
they
no. The next sentence was how many spots until mine is after
just,
this.
0. You're next in line. Just like Mia's next in line for the Nitpicking Nerds legacy.
When BZ ODs on throat spray.
M words at BZ Manor. We need card draw. Let's draw cards. Let's freaking draw cards. Flip and draw. I suppose this thing that I just added draws cards. And I'm sure Yosri, if I read it, says draw cards on it, but I'm not going to read that card.
For each flip you.
Look, I'm not a sucker. They're not going to get me to read a paragraph for no reason.
BZ can't read. He's just lying.
Let's see if there's other ways to draw a card. Even just some simple,
Do you want more room or something?
just some simple card draw, Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can see. Midnight Clock, maybe a little ramp plus.
That's not the worst.
Card
Meeting
draw.
of Minds, they said. Is that really a thing? M word is bad for SEO.
We don't know.
We don't know, but it's better to be safe than sorry, right?
It's impossible to test it.
They said Two-Headed Giant is a non-bow.
Oh?
BZ pulls up to Throat Sprayers Anonymous.
I was sprayed.
Circular
Yeah,
Logic.
you're right. This is a non-vote because it doesn't care about winning or losing. It cares about heads or tails. Whoever suggested that, you fool!
Let's see. You don't really need coin flipping cards in this deck. TBH, the commanders do enough.
That's how I feel, but clearly the spirit is coin flipping.
Yeah, I was like, this is called coin flip garbage. And that
Yeah.
was the email, so they want more consistent coin flipping.
Let's try maybe Mystic Confluence could be good.
Twinferno or Teamer Battle Rage?
I don't know.
BZ, you passed Thrill of Possibility.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That is card advantage. I must have forgot.
Anyways,
It's complete. It's absolutely card advantage, and I wouldn't describe it any other way. Ooh, Prismari Command. That's a really good stapley removal type card. Definitely love Prismari Command. Just help you keep control of the board. And it does filter cards. It's not card draw. Because if it was card draw, it would have to say draw 3 cards on it. I actually have to say draw 4.
what about that new blue instant that brings something back? Spark Double, the spell that non-ledging clones. We caught a bunch of the non-ledging clones.
We cut some things like that. We don't really need them.
Ugh.
I don't know what I'm getting out of this anymore. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe we should just put in just good old-fashioned card draw.
Yeah, just like what's some good old fashioned card draw you think?
Yeah,
I mean, I put in Mystic Confluence.
yeah.
Another way to give Trample,
I mean, they were talking about Teamer Battle Rage, so.
TBR, kind of all in.
Yeah. They
Let's
say
see.
reenact the crime scene, I think it's called, they said. Tribute Mage for Crux Thumb. Prismari Command, yeah. We put in Prismari Command, Curiosity or Ophidian Eye for Niv. Artful Dodge, Delve Through Time, No Cryptic Command, Old Neheb.
Oh, Dig Through Time. I heard that. Dig Through Time could be good. I see a lot of instants and sorceries. Let's get Dig. That's a good card draw. Shout outs to whoever said Dig Through Time. Next deck.
Okay. This one says, here's Inti Decklist. Please warn BZ that he'll get triggered by all the Thrill of Possibility variants.
Uh-oh. Red alert. Actually, it's literally a red alert.
Reenact the Crime is so good. Yeah, there's some really cool staple-y cards, and this is a 5-changer. Yeah, a lot of cool staple cards. Not a ton of flashy cards coming up.
How about this?
Good enough. If there's a deck where Thrill could be good, it's this one, I swear.
No, seriously, you're right. I mean, I would play it in this deck, but outside of that, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So you're trying to discard cards so that you can get card advantage, so that Inti's good. Whenever you attack, you get to buff creatures. I would be worried maybe about this deck closing out games just at first glance, but I do see Keeper of Secrets, Flaming Man, Thundering Raiju, Extra Combats is always good. One-sided wipes like Mizium Mortars.
There's your favorite.
Here comes the boy. Let's use this version so we know. Let's get the foil. Why not?
We can splurge today.
Yeah, I mean, let's actually set this as the deck image. There we go.
Perfect.
There we go.
We said ox of Agonius.
Oxyphagonus. I don't know about Oxyphagonus.
There's another favorite, Bitter Reunion.
This
That's
is
a
whenever
easy
you discard
favorite.
one or more cards. What about the new one, Connecting the Dots?
Yeah, that could be cool.
I think that's mono red card draw, whether or not you're playing discard. And there's a little bit of discard value because then you can, NT cares about it, right? It says whenever you discard one or more cards. Yeah, so you at least get another impulse draw out of it. I see that you have it in your sideboard. Removed from the sideboard. Removed. Oh, Ruby Medallion. If you don't have Ruby Medallion in this deck, I'm going to recommend it. Pew. It's so good in monocolor decks. It's silly. Silly. Just want to make sure you have, like, how much removal do we have? It doesn't seem like we have much.
Yeah, not a ton of interaction here.
I see, realistically, what do we got? So, Justice, Warp, Fireball, Mortars, Flux, and also
Yeah, there's definitely
Greeting, Tyrannosaurus, Carnosaur technically, but that's bad removal. It's nice to have, but I don't count it as premium. Not a lot.
Yeah, Treasonous Ogre, they asked.
I would be looking for maybe some more. This could be a Lightning Bolt deck. It's so cheap. And also Vandal Blast too, right?
Do you want new Vandal Blast?
But Vandal Blast, I think, specifically costing 1.
Oh, okay.
So then when you like impulse draw into it,
Yeah, that could be good.
I think maybe not Lightning Bolt. What
Yeah,
about Weight of
Tibalt's
Spires?
Trickery, that's my favorite.
I don't think Weight of Spires is that bad. It says it deals X to target creature, and X is the non-basic lands their controller has. How do you feel about that? That's going to be pretty frequently more than 3, right?
Yeah, I'd say we're in Commander, definitely.
I would try it out.
They said, where's the Blasphemous Act? I know I asked this before, but there's mention of Abzan Spellslinger deck on a video Joe was in. Do you know what the commander was? I feel like I did that one.
That might have been a deck audit.
No, it was
or was it a tune-up?
No, it was a weird deck thing. I was part of that because there was
What do you mean by deck thing?
There was like, hey, make more fun decks, and one of them was like zombies with that had no blue or black in them or something.
Oh, it was featured.
Yeah.
I think I know that video. It was like, search like Nitpicking Nerds deck ideas. That might come up. Yes, we are watching the collapse of Sam and Cat. This one. I think it's this video.
I think that's it. Yeah, Delay Blast is in there. Tibalt's Trickery, I wish was in there.
Does that mean it needs to be in there? Even though counter spells don't work
no, it
very
doesn't
well
need
in
to be
impulse
in
draw?
there. I'm just saying, I wish it was in there. That's just my own personal. That's my own personal heart.
Maybe just some kind of.
Why not Rhystic Study? This is a red deck.
That's a good reason. Let's get Embercleave. Maybe just as like some oomph.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure you have closing power.
Anything I can do about a board wipe in this list? Well,
to stop board wipes.
Tibalt's Trickery.
Yeah, there is Tibalt's Trickery.
Unfortunately, besides that, red just doesn't do so
It's
hot
just
against
not in the
board
color
wipes,
pie
you
for
know?
red to dodge board wipes. Red like plays 1-drops, but Commander is making it so that they're forcing colors to do things that they're not supposed to do, just so that Commander is more enjoyable. So maybe eventually red will have something that's like, you know, creatures you control gain whenever this dies, deal 100 damage to everyone. So that's 5. This is a 5 changer, right?
This is a 5 changer.
So we need to cut cards now.
Is there a colors card that lets you blink your board?
I don't know. I would say no. I know a lot of cards, and nothing comes to mind. What do we actually cut? There's all the Tormenting Voices.
Yeah, there's all like the ones that we want to get. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining.
Maybe with all that stuff, you don't need Light Up the Stage.
Yeah, Kyoji, yeah, I remember that deck. That was like, I'm pretty sure that was the one that we just moused over, the deck ideas one.
Casting spells.
Passionate Archaeologist.
Red creatures
Always
you control
cool
have
one.
first strike. I don't think we need our red creatures to have first strike too much.
Yeah, we did do all the ads, so we will be doing the cuts now.
Extra combats is good. Whenever you cast a spell, it deals 2 damage to target player. That's funny. Badger Store's great. A couple Madness cards are great. I don't think Squeeze very good. Getting him back is cool. maybe is that red card advantage? Is this what red card advantage is? Has to be.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest.
Is this what we have to do to make it work? But if you're also playing Keeper of Secrets, does that? Do you want Passionate Archaeologist? Does that work?
Yeah, that's why it was suggested.
Okay, yeah. Well, we don't have room to suggest it, but we verbally suggested it. It has been entered into the record. What is this? Counter
That's
on
a Lord of the Rings card.
counter on each creature you control, but if you have City's Blessing, you put 2. Huh. That's like a cute little overrun.
It's not bad.
It's cute. It's cute. I just need to think of.
They said Squeago's Heart actually acts as a draw per turn.
It's like an Outpost Siege, which realistically should probably also be in this deck.
Well, we have to cut.
Yeah, we're not adding anymore. We're cutting. Let's get Raking Claws, right? Double Strike, We have Evercleave for that. Raking Claws is so boring. Mia just yawns.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whenever anyone mentions
Just getting
Raking
kinda
Claws. Extra combat.
I know a lot
damage.
of these are madness, but are the madness worth it?
Potentially. Arcanist. I don't love Arcanist. Because how are you getting it? Well, okay, you are getting it to 2 power pretty consistently. Maybe that is good. Maybe that is good. Goro.
Is this like an Exile Matters deck?
Don't love Goro. You can cast spells from exile very easily with Inti.
Yeah, we're like trying to do that, and then there's also like a lot of what's it called?
Oh, and Defiler?
A lot of like thrill possibilities because BZ just really wanted to see that.
Yeah, I really wanted some more thrills in my life.
It is an Inti deck.
This is a tight deck. It's hard to cut cards from it. There's a lot of bangers. What about Sardian Avenger? Kind of more of a hose card than a card that's good for us.
Yeah.
So I might cut it.
Yeah. As you said, I'll take
This
that as
deck's
a
super
compliment.
No, this deck's sweet.
Yeah, this is cool.
That was definitely.
See,
No, you have looks like a pretty good deck, and I'd be excited to sit across from it because it's not something people are going to pull.
This one says, deck is a challenge my friends presented to me as I wanted is a deck, but hate Spellslinger decks that most is it commanders regress to. Deck has to have all permanents, minus Warp World and Glimpse of Tomorrow.
Oh.
Looking to have more unique, interesting cards that care about the upkeep and permanents that are interaction so we can get to an end game.
So permanents to interact.
And this is a 5-changer.
I noticed you do have Field of the Dead, but a little bit yikers on this mana base.
19 basics.
That's going to be hard to trigger, my boy. At least get snows in there. Well, you do have snows, but at least mix up the snows. Or cut like 7 islands and 7 mountains for more dual lands. There's a lot of dual lands available to you. Even in Izzet. I do like that you kind of did what the other person did with like Esper black white, and then there was like Jeskai white. But this is like blue-red, and you go, oh, Clara, yeah. I can add another color to my Commander's Own Identity.
Have a good night, Kyoji.
I'm going to just stick with blue-red.
Yeah, thanks for participating.
Sticking with the blue-red.
Astral Dragons, that's cool. There's Blink.
So you want removal that is permanence. Well, the first one that comes to mind is Amphin Mutineer, but I think we got to duplicate this. I was just trying to think of the most iconic, quotes from the Ninth Doctor, but
we're not allowed to say what
I think. We're not allowed to say what the most iconic quote really is. How about this?
If you guys saw a meme on Twitter, you might know what we're talking about, but we're not allowed to say it right now.
How about this? Warp World yourself.
That's fine. They say,
there we go.
Fell to the third
I think that's pretty tame.
How much is Deck Audit? It's closed right now, but it's usually 15 or up. Chris says there's that blue land that does Midnight Clock stuff as long as you have a Time Lord.
All right, we're going to Amphin Mutineer.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
You want an interaction specifically, so I am going to cut at least 1 land for Otawara, because it is both a land to work for Field of the Dead and interaction.
How about Chris's thing of the blue land that does Midnight Clock stuff, but only with Time Lords?
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah, it's super cool. Definitely bring it through to MagicCon Chicago. We're going to be there all weekend playing games. Come hang out with us. Thank you so much.
It lets you do
Yeah, you definitely need a Time Lord, so...
But is this 5 ads?
Yeah, it's a 5-er.
I don't know if I want 2 of them to be lands. Just consider Trenzalore Clock Tower. We're going to try to do your thing of permanents that are removal. Because this deck is clunky. 4.1.
Are you just taking the first 3 turns off, or?
We really got to... we got to cut some of these more expensive cards.
Yeah, Trenzalore, that's the name of it. Siren Stormtamer / Glen Alindra Archmage.
Siren Stormtamer, Glen Alindra Archmage. Okay, I see what you mean. There's the one that just came out. It's like a larcenist or something. Kitesail. It turns, for each player, you choose a creature or artifact, and it becomes a treasure.
That's cool.
For as long as this guy's out. That's definitely
we are not looking at any other decks right now. But next time we'll review any other decks.
How many are actually in queue right now?
6.
6 more in queue?
6 more in queue.
Okay.
And most of them are 5 changers, and one of them is a 10 changer.
Understood. So we need removies. We got Amphin. We got Kitesail. We got...
Yeah, the Sphinx. That's nice.
Kitesail even has Ward. I'm just looking at it. There's so many cards that are so expensive. How can we cut down on the amount of like this mana value?
Ethan, you are 3rd in line, so there are 2 other people ahead of you plus this one. You will have time, I think.
The tricky thing is there's so many quote unquote seemingly bad cards, but they say upkeep, so that makes all of this stuff
sense.
Completely different. But like maybe this doesn't say upkeep.
They say get Dockside out here. That card stinks.
Yeah, what does that card even do? Let's cut Blinkmoth Urn.
Yeah.
That's an expensive one that can go. Portal to Phyrexia is removal. How are we supposed to sacrifice these Wellsprings?
Yeah.
Is it because of...
How many lands is too many lands? It definitely depends on your average CMC and what your deck wants to do.
I would say for real, though, one of the best ways to cheese out permanents for Warp World is Field of the Dead, so try as much as you possibly can to fix that mana base so that it's always giving you zombies, and then play like an Expedition map. It'll be so good. Yeah, so things that make permanents and things that just do things on upkeep.
Yeah. Aether Snipe?
Can I do type permanent?
I was just looking up some Evoke stuff, so you have to...
No, maybe is permanent. There we go. Aether Snipe is not good because it does not stay in play.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's Warp World. Do we need the duplicate? Yeah, it's because it's permanent.
Yeah, it's
based
removal. There's also Hullbreaker Horror, which disrupts other people's Warp World statuses.
Definitely.
I don't know if you're into that, but
it might be a little unfun though.
But no, it can't really be that unfun because everything you're doing is a sorcery speed.
Yeah.
So it's very on board. It's not like, oh, I'm going infinite or...
Do we want subtlety?
Oh, actually, I think you maybe can... I don't know. Subtlety, maybe. Doesn't stay on board if you cast it for free, but you could cast it for 4.
Yeah, which is not the worst rate.
Not the worst rate at all. Displacer Kitten, Kiki Jiki. Wow, Brash Taunter, new art. He had a glow down.
He does not look good.
What's the opposite of a glow up? My man is having it.
Should I Google that? What's the opposite?
Please do.
Yeah.
Agent of Treachery. That's kind of funny because it steals it.
It is glow down, by the way.
It steals it for you. Let's, just in case Hullbreaker Horror is too salty, let's do Agent of Treachery because it ups your count and lowers theirs. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. Okay, how about this? I think
a dull down. Yeah, dull down. I think it's a glow down, but you know what? We got it. We got there eventually. Yeah, dull down. I think I do like better though.
There's a card I'm thinking of.
What is it?
It's from Commander Legends. Its power is 3. Its toughness is 2. Its CMC is 5. The Blade Griff prototype. That's a way to remove
that's
something.
the one we're usually playing a lot, right?
Yeah, when it hits, each person can destroy a non-land permanent that's one of your opponent's controls. Okay. And you get to do it. So
Yeah, Triplicate Titans spiked in price recently. I just wanted to like.
Oh,
make
sorry,
that a
no,
slight
it's not.
Observation.
It's not you, but something has to be destroyed.
It is better than
So you make a deal with somebody to hit them, and then they'll blow it up.
Overcharged amalgam.
Oh, could be a little counter. Wait, how many ads? We need 2 cuts? No, we need 3 cuts and then 1 ad. Overcharged amalgam could be good. We have not artifacts. We have some extra creatures to sacrifice. I'm kind of looking for. You know, maybe something that doesn't cost 4. Maybe something less than 4. Is that too much to ask?
You're asking a lot, I think.
Yeah, am I asking too much? All right, can we get lands out of here, please? I don't want to see them. I'm thinking of clones. Clones could be good.
Clones could be super cool. Brazen
Mia's
Borrower.
bored by the idea of clones.
I'm just really tired for some reason. Blade Griff Prototype, Wizard Replica, Brazen Borrower.
Direfleet Daredevil could cast their removal spells. It's one way to live.
You could dual caster.
Yeah, it's slightly harder to do.
Yeah.
I am liking Overcharged Amalgam the more oh, maybe Aether Channel as a way to. Never mind. Forget me. Screw me. I don't know anything.
At least you admit it on stream.
I do. Okay, Brazen Borrower. Is that crazy? That's a fair one, right?
I mean, yeah, chat already suggested it. I told you.
Chat, what do you know? Just kidding.
I mean, did you put it in? Did they put it in?
It's let's do it. Let's do Brazen Beam.
How's the average looking? And we'll check it out. And Phyrexian Metamorph is a clone for 3 and 2 life. We do love a good Phyrexian Metamorph.
Okay, we still need to cut 3 cards. So let's get 3 cards to cut. I think these 2, since we're not sacrificing them, can be cut. They are like permanents, but everything's a permanent, so it doesn't really add too much to the deck, I don't think.
Yep.
The only real way I see to sack them is like Trading Post. Endless Evil. I don't know about that one. It is removal, or well, it is an aura. Oh, but it's upkeep. I see. Understood. Unlicensed Hearse? Yeah, we can cut that, right?
Yeah,
Maybe that's the last cut.
Yeah. What's the average CMC now?
Okay, wait a second. Hold on. No, never mind.
What?
We just cut 3 cards that cost 2. When I was just complaining about
The average CMC?
the average CMC being way more than 2. So
Oh my
I'm going to
God.
Control Z all those. I want to make this mana value not 100. So I'm committed. The Mightstone and Weakstone is removal. Look, it might not be possible.
Yeah, replicating ring seems a little slow, they
Like,
said.
yeah, Phyrexian Triniform, that's not going to win you the game. And same with Triplicate to Titan. That's not going to win you the game. There's no upkeep synergy. Maybe that's why this deck's
It has
100.
to be a permanent based, so that's why it's in there. That's why this is like a little bit janky, so.
Look, we got it down below 4.
Nice. We need to cut one more card.
We do need to cut one more card. Ingot Chewer. Karn cares about upkeep. Muldrifter is like kind of nice, but we're not really going to hard cast it too much. Maybe Muldrifter could go. I don't know.
I think having the option is just nice, though. No, I don't think we're going to cut duplicate. We need more removal.
Let's do the Hearse. We'll mix it. You know what? I think that's fair.
Hearse isn't that great.
I don't think Hearse will be very good. We got the mana value below 4, so the deck's broken now.
Okay, next one. This is a 5 changer.
I am definitely going to need some throat spray soon.
You called?
My throat's dying. It doesn't have long to live. It's kind of convenient that we have what we have for the queue because I don't know if I'm going to make it another 45 minutes. So we got Wilhelm.
I need coffee.
You can just go make coffee.
Ooh, that is tempting. I'll be right back. I'm going to go make coffee. It's 6:35 p.m.
Just as an update for everyone. Oh, I'm stretching.
Okay.
This is going to be a little... This particular deck is Audit is going to be chill. It is a 5 changer, I believe. I'm checking my notes. Let me just check my note page here. Hold on, I dropped my pen. Stay here, chat. I'm going to check the chat on my phone. Let me pull this up. Yeah, if you have any notes for me in chat, send them in. I can read chat now. I've unlocked that ability. It's a 5 changer. It's going to be a 5 changer. We have Wilhelt. Wilhelt wants you to kill zombies that are non-tokens so you get decayed dudes. Putrid Goblin is the first one I'm looking at here. And I'm not really getting why we would have it. Oh, to combo with Macias, maybe? Okay, all right. I understand. For infinite death triggers, infinite decayed zombies, infinite whatever else. Infinite wins with the captain. A couple cheap zombies. Love to see the cheap boys here. I love Undead Butler, so I'm glad to see that. But I feel like we're missing a few zombies. I'll have to figure out which ones. Grey Merchants here. A lot of strong reanimators. Really decent spells, too. This might be a tricky one to cut from. Crowded Crypt is not a card I like because it's really expensive. And I would need a little bit more for my 3-mana rocks. But I should duplicate this deck. Excellent zombies. This is a very good zombie deck that we're seeing. So let's get rid of the crypt. Switch up mana value. Okay. Back on track. Drelf's Messenger's in this deck, right? I haven't seen it. We are the tiny people in your phone now. That's true. I'm not going to suggest Overcharge Amalgam in our deck. Are you sure? Because it sounds like you're about to suggest Overcharged Amalgam. So there's Soul Ring, Skull Clamp. We're not pulling punches here. Jet Medallion. Yeah, that makes sense. Black Market. Not a fan. Not a fan, especially when you have Necropotence and Kindred Discovery in here. I don't know if that we need Geralf's Messenger chat, do we? Like it makes somebody lose 2, but we can't combo. We need to have Persist to combo with Macias. We have Rooftop Storm? Yeah, obviously. Grimgrin, is he here? No Grimgrin. It's a nice sack outlet to have. Rod Hulk is busted, especially with Necro Duality. You got the combo. It's another combo. Oh, Pyre of Heroes to tutor. I really have not loved Pyre of Heroes. It's a lot of investment. Birthing Pod, that card is not. Pylon, Lethal Scheme. You are rocking all the freebies. Deadly Relic, too. Feed the Swarm for enchantments is nice. Let's see the zombies that I like. Wait, what? There's so many zombies I like in this deck, and I obviously can't think of them all. That was fast.
Yeah, we have a K-Cup machine. It couldn't be that slow. Let's see. Hello from your phone.
I was reading some chat.
Yeah, what were they saying?
They're in my phone.
Oh, cool.
They were specifically saying that they're in my phone.
Like how Wreck-It Ralph is in our walls.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is in our walls, and the chat is in our phone.
They said, not a fan of Zombie Apocalypse. A friend of mine used to rock zombies against my humans. He legitimately played Zombie Apocalypse.
How about like Ravenous Rotbelly? Do we have enough small zombies? That's what I kind of want to get. I want to get the small zombies in here. Let's sort in a different way.
Tombstone Stairwell. That's an old card.
An oldie, but a goodie. Let's check our small zombie count. Let's just see who we got.
PZ, we got to add a Serac since it combos with Rooftop Storm.
That could be something you want.
You guys played against this deck in Orlando after hours in the lobby.
Damn.
That is a throwback.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was that when we were doing Orlando in the lobby? There was one where we were doing like Commander
There was one where
Masters drafts with like Joe Cherries and some people.
That wasn't Orlando.
That wasn't Orlando? Where was that?
Minneapolis.
Was it?
One with Bobby?
I don't think Bobby was there. I thought remember we got the long table and then we did a Commander Masters draft?
Yeah, Bobby was there. Bobby was there and Ham Hocks, I think.
Oh, really? Maybe we did a separate one and I'm thinking something else.
Was that the one where with CGB was there too?
Wow, we are descending into.
Yeah, Joe's been to a fair amount. Joe's been to Orlando a couple times.
A couple times, yeah.
Joe just wasn't. Yeah, so it was the October one they're talking about, I think.
I clearly don't remember this, but I do love a good zombies deck. I just can't keep these events straight anymore. It looks like you've got most of the good zombies. Huh. Yeah, there's flesh bag, deathberry. Like a lot of times I'm cutting a lot of zombies from these decks because people play like the quote unquote bad ones. But you have a lot of the good ones and very few of the bad ones.
Yeah. Good night. Have a good one. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for tuning in. Mire Triton might be one to consider. I think I will add Mire Triton. I think that one is good enough to justify. And then let's maybe just say Oracle Zombie. Okay, all right. I know. Obviously.
Well, the best land, also the best creature.
I can't believe it's so high up. How embarrassing. Seriously, that's embarrassing.
No, you have to. We are not accepting any deck audits at this time. However, you usually need to submit a super chat also.
Yeah, so I think Ravenous
But
Rot
yeah,
Belly.
we are not accepting anything right now. We still have a fair amount in queue, and then we're going to leave for the night after.
This
that.
card can completely savage people and take them out of the game. That seems like what this deck wants to do.
Yes. Please do not send us any right now. I just got 2 in my email, and we are not taking any at the moment.
We will not be taking them. Giralf sacrifices to make zombies. Any zombies you love, Mia, that you can think of? There's Gravespawn Sovereign.
The one that says opponents lose 1 life for every card in your graveyard. That's a pretty cool one.
The one that goes. Which one?
Boo boo bop boo boo.
Nah, man.
Wolf Giant, I think.
Oh, Lotless Giant. Yeah, I don't think we have enough creatures for that. There is Lazotep Reaver, which actually seems good because it's 2 bodies that both die.
Yeah.
Into
we cannot pin
decayed
the message,
zombies.
but that's why it says Deck Audit is closed above our head. Because we are not taking any more at the moment.
That means we still need 2 more changes on each side. What do we want to cut?
Yeah, Jadar is great value. They said Zombie Master looks like it's missing as well.
Let's see.
Do you want Varigoth with his boast ability? We're not really big fans.
Get out of here, Varigoth. Especially since this deck is very sweaty. I'm questioning Muddle the Mixture a little bit. What are we getting that's 2? Like Altar of Dementia?
Maybe.
Undead Augur? Not in love.
Mr. Living Death isn't.
Maybe we trade Muddle for like an offer.
Yeah, that could be cool. More interaction. Zombie Master and Urborg, they said.
Oh, you have Field of the Deck? Aw, what? Field of the Dead is in here.
They say that like you did it personal.
Thank you. I'll foil it out for you.
Acerak?
I don't think we mess with their Surarak. Yeah, someone is just chanting a Surarak. Let me check Zombie Master before I add it all the way. Okay, this is disgusting. Is there a non-crusty version I can look at? Yes, there is. Other zombies have Swamp Walk. Oh, and then other zombies have Black. Regenerate this permanent. That's feels good. And you have Urborg. Maybe that's the last zombie, and then we just have to cut something. What do we cut? I mean, these are obviously... There's so many cards that's just like so tight.
Yeah. I was like, there are a lot of good things in here. Let's see.
I'm tempted to cut Feed the Swarm.
Really?
I think so.
So if there's an enchantment, what do you...
we have some counter magic also, right?
You do have counter spells.
I think that offsets it.
I think that's fair.
We have Denial and Offer. It's not perfect, but I don't think Feed is... It doesn't feel that good to cast a Feed. All right. This was a 5-changer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next is... It's a Rakdos, Lord of Riots deck. 1 second. Or it's called Crazy Rakdos Discount Riots. I have to...
Is he selling me something?
Like, I think that they're just titling it for you at this point.
They don't want me to have to...
Hey, thanks for doing this. My deck has a very clear way to win. Get Ancestral Statue, Rakdos, and one of the 10-ish combo pieces, and boom. The issue is sometimes it does nothing. A lot of games consist of me doing nothing besides single target removal, some ramp for 5 to 6 turns before comboing. Help me make it do stuff before that turn without detracting from the combo win con.
Whenever another creature leaves the battlefield, you may have target player mill 2. That is a outlet. Woody Roastmaster, also an outlet.
Cool, cool.
Discard your hand and draw cards. That does not feel like an outlet. So let's keep looking. Kozilek. So he wants to have more like early game stuff?
Yeah, because he says he does usually allow single target removal before getting to his combo, so he wants to do stuff.
Wait, wants to do what stuff?
Just stuff before he gets to the combo, because usually a lot of the game is just single target removal until he combos.
So he wants more threats? Or like, I guess we have to read that again.
Make it do stuff.
Make it do stuff.
Remember when I said that 3 times, and I was like,
look,
oh.
that, fair. Okay, well, I want to do stuff before that. I don't think Bomat Courier is going to help.
I was like, you can either do things like
Bomat's
tutor,
very
just
aggressive.
Straight towards it. And
Let's get rid of Bomat. I don't like Keen Duelist. You have to wait for it, and even...
They said just more value / threats, yeah, or maybe an alt line.
Okay. Each player drawing one and losing one makes me, I like it a little bit more.
Yeah, and thank you so much for coming back.
Vandal,
we're just vibing.
The rate is bad on that card.
Lobster Crew. I thought that said Lobster Crew. I got very confused.
For Dargo? Dargo's got the Lobster Crew. Pilgrim's Eye? We can trim Pilgrim's Eye, right?
Yeah.
Even with Rakdos, it's not like we're cheating anything by getting a 0-mana Pilgrim's Eye. Reckless handling. Search for an artifact. Parentheses. Ancestral statue. Toxic Deluge. Dead Revels. Not great.
Wait, I was like, how sweaty are you being? Are you?
I mean,
are
we
you
got
sweaty
Red
enough?
Blast.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, are you sweaty enough for Red Ellie? They said, BZ, you have beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
Are you sweaty enough for what's it called? For Ellie. That's what I'm thinking. Stormfist Crusader seems cuttable.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. Drawing everybody a card is rough. That's pretty bad. I can't believe it slipped past me. That is 5 cuts, though, right? That was fast. So we got Bomat, Duelist. This is... I really don't
Good
like
night.
the
Have a good
card.
one.
Pilgrim's Eye and Stormfist. Yeah, okay. So then we'll get other early things to do early. And they don't necessarily have to deal damage, but... Because you have infinite... You said you have so many payoffs for when you do this. So maybe we just pick things that try to help get to the point where we're going to do this. Maybe some card draw or...
tutors or something?
I don't know if they want tutors. They just said they wanted to do stuff. I'm unsure. I'm unsure of what that means.
They said more threats and more value.
So is there... I guess we could look up like...
Emrakul the Promised
Red,
End.
black, and then like each, and then lose.
Yeah, just some little like incremental.
What can we do?
Probably not where I want to be. Let's see. Yeah, so
This is
far
all looking stinky.
a lot of this doesn't seem synergistic yet.
No.
Creeping Bloodsucker as an ad. I don't mind him, but I know BZ's not the biggest fan of him.
That's the extort guy?
No, it's the extort guy, but he.
But you have to
don't pay
wait.
to-
Wait,
yeah,
here he is.
Yeah.
There he is, officer.
I have him in my just Edgar deck, so I don't mind him because he comes with another guy. But I know BZ's not the biggest fan of him.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of him. Are there any extort cards? Because extort is kind of a payoff. You can cast him infinite times for free, but then for each extort, you have to pay a black.
Yeah, add the black-red counterspell for interaction. Also, is your profile picture from Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff? Which is like a weird Homestuck reference from like many years ago.
Oh my god, stop. Homestuck was never in my life until I met you. Now I hear about it.
Every once in a while, I'll just say something to BZ like, why don't we cosplay some fan trolls? And he's like, I never read Homestuck. And I'm like, good. You know what? We're starting.
Wait, chat, I failed you. We're going to bring back one of these into the deck. We're going to bring back Stormfist Crusader.
Yeah, it was only printed in Jumpstart. That's why it's like $6.
Sorry, we're going to put Stormfist Crusader back in the deck because there's an emergency. I don't mean to alert everybody, but there is an emergency. Thrill of Possibility is in this deck. and I didn't see it because it was disguised.
As anything else.
Disguised as a rock with an iguana near it. But this is the culprit. Get out of here.
BZ just doesn't recognize any card art except for one for Thrill.
Get out of here. Not my Thrill. All right. Can I trust you to spray this again?
Do you only want one spray?
3 sprays.
Okay.
I just shook it for no reason.
Don't swallow.
I'm not. I would know not to swallow it.
Where are you spitting it?
Let's sink. I'll be right
Bye.
back, chat. We're doing this the right way. Mia, think of some ads.
Think of some ads. Well, actually, I actually do have to do an ad right now. It's for Card Kingdom, the best place online to buy and sell cards, and I am struggling right now because BZ's laptop's being a little bit weird. Card Kingdom is awesome because they are super nice. They give free shipping over $50. They have all one package, and we love them. We're going to have this really awesome landing page soon. Let us know in the comments of the chat if there's anything you'd like us to see. Right now we're thinking about doing some like favorites and some like most worth buying things that you guys can click on immediately. But right now, and just some like products that we really like deck boxes and that sort of thing. So we're really excited for that. We love Card Kingdom. Go use our link and go buy some stuff there. So thank you guys. And let's see, it is Gix. Sorry, I did the Card Kingdom ad while you were gone. Actually,
I heard. You're like, I've got an ad.
Yeah. I thought that was clever.
That's pretty good. It almost sounds like I set you up for it.
Fleet Swallower altered, but it's the Beezer.
Throat spray swallower.
If you guys bring Throat Spray to MagicCon Chicago and bring it to our meet and greet, Wizards of the Coast is gonna be so confused.
I'll let you spray me.
But we will sign it.
No, if you bring throat spray to our meet and greet, I will sign it and I'll let you do one spray.
Where are we gonna be able to spit it out?
I have a little cup.
The spit cup. We're gonna bring.
Or I could swallow it. It's not the end of the world.
We're gonna bring the spit cup to Chicago.
Yeah,
If
we don't
you
have a
want.
stamp, but people are gonna come up and throat spray me.
For fun. You wouldn't get it unless you watch our stream.
Yeah, sorry, Diana, you wouldn't get it. People are actually pretty excited though.
Yeah, BZ is going to have way too much throat spray that day. That is correct.
How about Fire Covenant?
If we had to give up one, Moxfield or Card Kingdom, which would be the sacrifice? We love both of them.
You know we're not going to answer that question.
Yeah.
The answer is neither.
Neither.
I really wouldn't give up either of them. Don't make me choose.
Yes,
I
don't.
won't.
Stop
can't.
poisoning BZ. BZ asks. BZ asks every time.
I asked to be overdosed? I don't think so.
No, you ask for the throat spray every time. More board wipes
The
until we
children
get a
yearn for the
combo.
throat spray.
Blasphemous, Toxic Deluge.
Yeah, so Fire Covenant's a way to take out multiple creatures at once.
We do
Deluge
love-
is in here. Maybe just like some card draw, just like general card draw. Let's search.
Not Thrill if
Let's search.
possible.
Yeah, like actual card
Do
draw.
you want the
not
new one that you just mentioned? The red one? The enchantment?
Sack and artifact. Wait, no, enchantment.
No,
Which one?
the attack.
Nah, we got black.
Yeah.
We're not desperate. We're not that desperate. I think Night's Whisper's in here. And Sign of Blood.
Is
Those
there
are
a way to
both
make treasures
acceptable.
in this? No.
Is there any way?
Yeah, I was just curious.
Not really.
Okay.
Valakut Awakening. That's a good way to like
Filter
smooth out your
out.
draws.
Yeah, Tybalt's Trickery. That's my baby. Put it in to protect the combo.
Okay, how about Valakut Awakening to smooth out your draws and get you further into the combo, and then Tybalt's Trickery for no reason.
Yeah, we love Tybalt's Trickery.
It's in. It's in the deck now. I can't.
Yeah, continual enthusiastic throat spray consent. Remember when he asked, "Hey, can you throat spray responsibly?" And then I did throat spray responsibly.
That was not what happened.
You said 3 sprays, and I sprayed 3 times.
You sprayed 3 sprays 3 times.
The last one?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I have the memory of a goldfish and I can
Yes.
only remember the last time you did it?
Yeah. Phyrexian Arena, we don't play Phyrexian Arena. We don't like
we
it.
don't do that here.
If you're gonna play something Phyrexian Arena-esque, you're gonna play Call the Ring because it's less mana and you also get ring temps.
I want to find ways to make our opponents lose life too, so like maybe Citadel could be good for this. It's like something proactive to do.
Yeah, I was asking about Connect the Dots to be.
It could
but I don't
definitely
think it's
help.
The best. in this.
And God forbid, right? Ballistic Citadel, if you activate the last ability, that's 30 damage. That's 30 less to all your spells. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Your mana rocks are also lacking a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You don't even have the signet, and that's coming from me who hates signets.
Maybe that should be our last one. Just as something to do. Fix your mana. I think Rakdos Signet's pretty important when your commander costs 4 pips. Rakdos Signet really helps fix you.
Cool. This is the next one. It's on Redacted. However, this is the... Sorry, it's on Redacted. They said, okay, here's the deck. Sorry, it's on Redacted site, but I don't have time to swap it over to Moxfield right now. This is the cons one. The idea was that sometimes you would get dragons, and sometimes you would get the cons. I want every card to be from cons, but there's no 5-color cons card, sadly. I ended up with Omnath because he cares about 3-color cards. This deck is likely weaker than most pre-cons. Anyways, if you have an idea for a better commander for this, feel free to do it. I gave up on cons only for ramp and land. But if you have good suggestions for it, it would be cool to get things a bit more on theme if possible. That's on BZ. I didn't play during cons, but BZ definitely did.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, the throat spray causes memory loss. Come watch BZ get throat sprayed live in MagicCon Chicago. That's the name of our meet and greet, actually. Hey! Yeah.
There.
Cons of Tarkir guy. That's your name now.
Oh, there's only 96 here?
Yeah, also
Did 4
I
of them
want
get
there
moved
to
the
be
sideboard?
all the Dragon Lords and all the cons, like a big tour of this set.
That's cool. I like this. It's almost like a cube. But it's yeah, it's almost like a cube, but it's like a deck. It's really sweet. Smoldering Marsh. Okay, I'm picking up what you're laying down here. I like this a lot. I think Sultai Ascendancy is pretty horrendous, though, so I'd probably cut it. Like, it's just not... I don't think it's a good card in, like, any scenario.
Cancel?
All right, let's see. Let's go...
There's so many things in here that BZ, like, would not play normally. It's like Deflecting Palm. BZ doesn't like that card. What?
Dragons of Tarkir. Is that DTK?
I think.
Cool. All right, so then we have our suite here, and we know what the options are. This is like a sealed deck. This is cool.
I was like,
well, okay, whoa.
Where is his boy?
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm not going to get fooled again by Tormenting Voice. I don't care who's whispering in Sarkon's ear. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Forget that crap.
Where's your boy Siege Rhino?
Siege Rhino's stuck in Purgatory.
Sideboard hell.
He's stuck in Sideboard hell.
Have a good one, Palmer. Thanks for joining.
Realistically, don't you want Ugin in this deck just because...
Eugene?
Like, he's a good board wipe. So that's one ad. Because this deck was like 96 cards also.
Okay.
I think Absent Ascendancy could have some merit. Oh, Clever Impersonator for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's actually just like a good... That's one that just sees play in regular Commander. I won't peek at this too much more.
My boy.
I love Siege Rhino. I'm so biased.
He really
I'm trying not to include it. Then again, if you're doing a tour of the set...
well, all I'm saying is that it was a win con back in the day.
Flamewake Phoenix is a little bit low impact. That's not going to help win you the game too much. How many cuts is that? That's 3, so we need 2 more.
Do you like cancel?
It depends on what our options are. We have Stub, Disdainful Stroke, Negate, Cancel. Is that all that was printed?
Yeah, wait, why is it 96 cards? I have...
We're unsure.
No clue.
We're not sure.
Did it just import over weird?
I couldn't tell you. There's Solumgar Sorcerer, which could work as a creature counterspell. Contradict, counterspell, draw card for 5.
Oh, that's a great raid, actually.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, also consider the cards outside of the set that take place in Tarkir, like Invasion of Tarkir. Okay. I mean, that's definitely flavorful. What do you think?
It is. I was just looking at Dramoka's Command, which is a 2-for-1 that we're interested in. 2-for-1's out of Cons block. You're not going to see too many of those. You know, Kolaghan's Command's another good one. Actually, does this give us all 5 commands? No, we don't have Solumgar's. But maybe I would cut Atarka's Command as well. It doesn't really do anything. That might be our 5th cut. That's our 4th cut? How is this possible? I feel like I've cut 100 cards. All right, let's cut one more card. I really don't like Deflecting Palm. That's looking like the front runner, folks.
Called it
That's
immediately
looking like,
from like a mile away.
That's looking like the front runner. Mia called it, so we'll even get rid of it.
BZ talks about how much he hates it like all the time. That's just something you can do?
You can do Art Tarkir, and then it'll show you all the cards that are supposed to be on Tarkir. Like, obviously, Surok and Goreclaw is from Tarkir. This guy's clearly a member of the Abzan, so it gives you a little bit of extra reach.
Okay.
I don't know if you're trying to only do things from Khans of Tarkir block, but you have, like, Crystalline Crawler, which isn't from that block.
He said, but it's so silly. You do you, though.
Deflecting Palm?
Yes.
Hey, you know, this deck's about to have, like, 96 cards in it when we're done. Feel free to just add it back in.
Apparently it's 100 on Redacted, so.
Well, Redacted, that just shows you why Redacted isn't usable. Oh, yeah, Stormclaw Rager. Another decent one. I don't know if you want cards that are, like, not from Khans, but are clearly on Tarkir, like Murktide Regent is clearly
He said, that's because I gave up on Ramp.
Because you gave up on Ramp. Well, I wonder
Tarkir.
if there's any of these that say land. Fetch lands, obviously. Like Explosive Veggies? Do we have Explosive Veggies?
Do we have
You must have missed it.
And they said Stubborn Denial is always a good ad with a big commander. Can we fit that in with KTK?
Stubborn Denial with a big commander. We do have a 4/4. I think I like it better than Cancel. But again, we are leaving Cancel in just based on the nature of this. So we've added 3. We need to add 2 more cards to this deck. Let's see if we can help you out with the ramp from, like, other sets that are still, like, Khans of Tarkir.
Do you want the Sheltered Airy?
You might. Map the Waste is a rampant growth for 1 extra. Maybe, like, Search or Add, even, with a Q.
Very nice.
Shaman, Whisper. I think your ramp is good, honestly. You have a lot of... You can easily meet that command zone, like, 10 ramp.
Yeah, we are not
threshold.
taking any more deck audits right now. We're almost done, actually. But next time when we do it, I will explain.
Yeah, stay tuned for the next one. We're just going to keep you mystified.
Ooh.
Ooh. Let's just search, based on...
He said, yeah, I mean, I sort of dedicated that if my ramp wasn't at least a little okay, it would be hard to play at all, so I didn't really use Khan's ramp.
That's cool, but I mean, Explosive Vegetation is, like,
Fine.
completely passable. It's totally fine.
It's fine.
It is totally fine. Crackling Doom, that's premium removal. Okay, I'm glad you have it.
I do like Crackling, dude.
Nexus of Fate, that does depict something on Tarkir. Hashtag WinCon.
Damnable Pact.
I think Naturalize could be good. It's a 2-mana 1/1. Like, it's not flashy, but it does do the job. And I think you're probably struggling a little bit to answer those types of things. I don't think it's bad. It's just not a card we ever play because there's so many better options, but...
For thematic decks.
Yeah, when you don't have that many options, it's totally fine. Also, it knew to put the Dragons of Tarkir one. Did you see that? Moxfield is so smart. Because why would it default to that? It just knows. It knows this is Khans of Tarkir deck. And we need one more ad, maybe something chunkier to help us win. Look for a big boy.
BZ does love Nexus. Are all of your favorite cards just from the Tarkir block?
Tarkir Plane. This is not from the Tarkir block. It's from M19.
Okay, but in general, is that just your... Besides Field of the Dead,
It's my
of course?
aesthetic. All the Abzan cards.
Besides Field of the Dead, which he judged it as I just don't see how you're not playing this card.
That is the most accurate
when
judge.
He reviewed M20. Just don't see how you're not playing
I just don't see how you're not playing it. I completely agree with myself. Dead Drop. Not quite. Yeah, we're starting to get down there already.
The rough ones.
The morph creatures.
Yeah. They say Khans was an excellent set.
It was
I always look for the cheapest possible version of a card, so when I add a card to Moxfield, it already makes it the cheapest one. Yeah, common Moxfield W. Absolutely.
Common Moxfield W.
Have a good one, Zero. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely.
It's hard to have any synergy at all with this deck. I mean, there's 3 colors. It cares about colors, so I think that's like, and then which plays into the...
Yeah, it does actually play in. I mean, maybe that's what we need to do is, instead of that, we need to search colors.
3 plus.
3. Maybe colors is equal than or greater than 3. But I don't think there'd be any 4 colors things. And then we'll make sure that we get some spice here. We'll do what you said, though. We'll just change the set. KTK, FRF, DTK.
Yeah, Thieving Amalgam.
Got Absent Charm in here? Absent Charm? Okay. Dune Blast. Jeskai Charm is pretty iffy. Honestly, yeah, don't we just want Siege Rhino then? It's got 3 colors. Like, it's...
Why don't...
No, seriously,
just
like...
Siege Rhino.
How did it take me this long?
Yeah, collecting Coco is a really cool card.
But it's virtually unplayable in Commander, sadly. Other ones to consider, like okay. Sultithe Soothsayer does draw you a card.
Yeah, it's one of BZ's favorite cards.
It's not awful, just to give something that is not, 100 mana. But this was a fun one. Fun to go back in time.
This
Omnath invades cons, basically.
This one says, not sure what win cons or combos Onyxia has besides slowly cloning tokens and smashing face with Anthem buffs. How would you both build Onyxia? 5 changers.
There we go.
I know it's just Value City.
Value City.
I'd get all the... Let's see. I'd get all the enchantments that can sacrifice themselves to bring them back,
Could you do me a small favor?
Throat Spray.
What if you just took the lead on this so my throat could rest?
The Abzan deck?
Yes. I'm sorry. We'll switch places. No, we'll just switch. I'll have this little list, and I won't be saying much.
Okay.
Because I don't want to. I'm gonna die. My throat is actually dying. I have such a wimpy voice.
Yeah, so you could sacrifice some braids. I see why you're doing that. Entomb. Okay, there's a lot of enchantments in here. Hell yeah.
Oh, I see. So this is the second last deck, right? This one and then this one?
This one is what we're on right now.
Oh.
So this and then this.
It's hard to read your handwriting.
That's why I'm usually writing and you're usually doing.
It's a good thing you can read your own handwriting.
Okay, you have Field of the Dead. I guess I have to make it foil.
You are checking for the right things, Clearly, the student has become the master.
This is awful. Not your deck. Your deck is cool. BZ's awful. Let's see. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, if it's non-saga token you control.
So Onyxia.
Yeah, so Onyxia is making it. That's really cool. Prescient Aura, yeah. That's nasty with Aura Shards. It's cool. Tithe is good. Cast a Spell Populate. That's super cool. I'm not sure if I'd play Leyline of Sanctity.
Oh, no.
I don't think that's great. That's cool. You become Monarch.
Oh, Cemetery Tampering?
Huh? Oh, where's that? Hideaway 5. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think that's what I really want to be bringing in. Boon of the Spirit Realm. Creatures.
Yeah, WinCon.
Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see. Do we?
No.
I don't like
Not an
Paladins here.
Enchantress. Not an Enchantress. We don't need that. We got other stuff to do.
Heroic, TP.
There's plenty of green ways to mill.
Destructible. I think you need more interaction. Let's see. Non-enchant. That's funny. Maybe you want something that will bring stuff back if you already have a board wipe. Let's see. Sithis is good. Braids is interesting.
Why do we want hexproof so bad? That doesn't do anything except give us hexproof.
Yeah,
Are you worried about being targeted by stuff?
Yeah, Elevator's cool. I'm gonna put that in.
You want to get rid of this thing?
What?
2 mana, 2/1 that says you have hexproof. Sure. I just don't know why we want hexproof.
Elevator's super cool.
Oh yeah, when enchanted. So not enchantment. Well, we don't. Do we have auras in here?
Oh, maybe we don't. I was like, she makes some, but
she puts.
I thought we had more than.
I thought you were talking about Yenna, the one who copies stuff.
Maybe that's what they meant then. I was like, I know it's from the precon. I know it's completely what's it called?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to read Yenna again, but I think she does this similar thing where she can make more of these tokens.
Yeah, I don't know why BZ put me on this one. I do not like Enchantress decks.
Mia loves them.
I don't play them.
Wait, let's look at. What? Okay, so this one is choose an enchantment that doesn't have the same
they
name.
Say
yeah, that one makes more.
Yeah, Karmic Justice would be a mean ad. That could be interesting. How many sagas do you have? You only have one. Okay, so that's not that. I was thinking about putting in the, let's see, protect the graveyard from player graveyard. I guess it only matters if exile target player's graveyard.
I don't think it comes up enough to justify playing that much hate for it.
Reconnaissance is cool. What type of, like, I know you usually play a lot more enchantments, so what are you doing for, like, sacrifice?
You could play, like...
I know Sterling Grove is a good one.
There's,
like,
Seal of Primordium.
is
It's basically a naturalize on a stick that you can sacrifice to do that. So then the token will also have that. So even if they try to kill it, you can still blow something up. There's a white one too, but I mean, now you know that effects exists.
Yeah, Starfield is cool. I put that in there. Soul Ring. Do you want, like, I don't know, more rampies?
There's enchantment ramp. You don't have to play all, you know.
Are you talking like Wolf Willow and like?
Does this deck have enchantresses in it? It does,
there's
right?
Sithis and
Sithis and Eidolon. But what about like?
what's the enchantress?
Oh, and then there's Setessan too.
What's the other one?
Verdurin,
Yeah.
Argothian. They're both missing from this. Braids is funny because it's like a Ver-U-R-A-N.
Yeah, Blindo. Hey, Nick. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I really like Blindo a lot.
Oh, what's up, Nick? How's it going?
But I'm not, like, it definitely, yeah, that could be. Well, I'm not sure if I'd really love Blindo in here because you're not getting double effects on it. You can't really sack it. And then, like, Extort is good if you have extra mana, but I'm not sure if I'll always have that. It's a good, like, catch-all. What's the other one that you mentioned?
Argothian.
Okay.
A-R-G-O-F. Or A-R-G-O-T.
Oh, that's, like, a lot of money. But
42. Wow. I remember that thing was like $5 because it just got reprinted. But I'm old.
yeah.
Clearly, I'm old, obviously.
So having those enchantresses are good. Let's see. Recent history.
Is that just 5 and 5?
I think so.
Yeah, I like
Cool.
getting rid of Palantir. There's probably some enchantments that can mill you, but I think you could find those pretty easily.
Okay, can you, like, take it over now? Now that I did this. Where's my phone?
It's over here.
Thank you.
All right. Back to ripping my throat vocal cords.
There's only 2 left.
I
This
say
one-
again.
This is a 10 changer.
He doesn't respect me. Or my vocal
And this
cords.
is a Sky Shark deck. So
Sky Shark Claim? You're supposed to laugh.
ha. Was that good? Laugh. Laugh, please. Please clap.
Is that what it is? Please clap.
Well, there's the laugh, please, like the signs, and then there's like Jeb Bush being like, please clap. My roommates and I in college used to say that like a lot.
Another sideboard. It's almost as big as the main deck. We've got the Sky Shark Duo.
Yeah, we're having a chill Tuesday, Nick. We are almost done with these actually. This is our second to last one.
Yeah, we actually hit over 3 hours. I think we're both a little out of it, so we're like
We're pretty tired.
we're taking so long on these, but thanks for sticking with us and
Yeah, we're having a good time.
being generous anyway. You guys are awesome. So whenever we discard a card, we deal 1 to each opponent, and conversely, this is also a card that gets big. It's just a lot of mana to spend on it. Okay, Psychosis Crawler. I do not love Psychosis Crawler. TBH. Electromancer. We only have 24 instant sorceries, so I'm not in love with Electroman, so let's get that out of there. I think I'd want at least 35 or 30 to 35. Wheels. We're wheeling and dealing. Heb. If we hit with it,
That seems rough.
seems like a lot of work. We can discard easily, right?
Let's see, scroll down maybe.
Let's keep looking. Oh, I hate Dragon Mage with a passion. With a burning passion, I hate that card. I just think it's too expensive.
I mean, I know we have extra turn spells in here, but is that like... Well, not extra. There's the extra turn spell, and then there's like exile. I'm not sure if I'd play those, but
Oh, is it Charm? A little bit low impact. You're never really going to counter a spell with it, and after that, it's like 2 mana shock. So, I mean, I guess you could draw 2, discard 2, but
yeah,
that's
Knowledge's
still
Power
not-
could be interesting. But
like on that same vein, let me just give you Prismari Command, because that also draws a discard 2, but the modes are way better on it. The modes are way better on that one. How are we looking? We need 1 more cut. This is overwhelming. I'm just not going to look at
just
it.
collapse it.
Can
we?
you? I don't think I can.
Okay, never mind. We'll just not scroll that far.
I just won't look at it.
Yeah, we will just not look.
Forbid, Swan Song.
Don't you hate Boros Charm?
I really don't like it, especially when you have access to counter spells. You know what? Both charms gone, just like that.
BZ's actively talked about how much he hates Boros.
Shattered Perception would be one of my next ones, but I do see why it's in here.
Well, this is a 10 changer, so.
Oh, it is. Well, it's 'cause Shattered Perception's gone. I think it's a little bit expensive.
Did we do one cut, one ad already, though? Because it's at 95, and we've cut 5, 6?
We've done 6 cuts, 1 ad.
Okay.
So we need 4 more. 4 more. This ramp just looks like all the standard folks. Not going to change that at all.
I mean, I do like extra turn spells, but I'm wondering why this is in here.
I mean, I'm probably just never going to cut it.
Are we linking Moxfield profiles? No,
Time
we
reversal.
are. People send super chats to us, and then we will do it. But however, queue is closed, and we are almost done with the stream.
I'm definitely cutting time reversal because you don't even discard. You know, so it doesn't even. You don't get the damage. You just gain the life from that.
How do you feel about Tragic Arrogance?
I love Tragic Arrogance. I'm such a fan, and you can choose to keep Shabraz and smack people with it.
They say emergency powers, Wheel of Fortune, Temporal Manipulation are great wheels for the deck. Echo of Eons, the main gamble wheel.
But we want discard draw, right? We don't want shuffle draw.
Yeah, we want to discard. And
Like we want Jace's Archivist. We want Windfall. We don't want shufflers. Chromos Seed Shark.
I like the
Does
Nar
this
set. That's
say
fun.
that you.
For, you, not your opponents.
Yeah, this is a shark, but it has nothing to do with the I just don't think we need it for anything in particular. Queen Kayla. Oh God. Oh, discard all the cards in your hand. Well, there we go.
Yeah, she's usually not that good, but this is the
perfect. Solfim. It only exists to double the damage dealt from Brawland from 1 to 2. Kind of feels like we don't need to do that.
One more.
Even Winds of Change is shuffle, but we still get the draws.
Let's see, Arcane, Tolarian Winds.
Let's see.
Talismans,
Oh, you know what would be so good in this deck? Tormenting Voice.
Yeah.
How could we forget that one?
Anyways.
Yeah, but we have other we don't need Solfim because we already have Glenhorn and Psychosis to do something similar. Same with Locust God.
Yeah, very, very cash money. Let's see.
I
know you're usually a big proponent of cutting Swifties and Lightning Greaves and.
Fair.
Do you want to here?
I think we can lose one of them since this deck has not that many creatures. So now I want to see. Draw and discard. What can we do? Frantic Search.
Frantic Search.
If that's not in here, that's a shoe-in.
Yeah. We are not accepting any more decks right now.
Turns out it is. So.
Do we want Nezzy?
That's a haul. Interesting. Teferi. Aw, Teferi's already in here. You don't get to hear my Teferi spiel about how good Teferi is.
Just go back to one of the other 100 videos where you might be able to hear.
Dang it! I'm mad. You already have all the wheels, so Reforge the Soul seems like a shoe-in. That's a wheel that you actually want to cast. Because you discard. Smugglers, I want to draw and discard a lot. Maybe Ghostly Pilferer? Okay. Ghostly Pilferer. I would 100% play Ghostly Pilferer. Not only is it a fireball if your hand gets super large, or if you're about to draw 7 anyway, you just discard your whole hand and fireball them, but you draw cards over the course of the game because your opponents are going to cast their commanders. Ooh, yeah, I would specifically go out of my way not to add this again. Tezzeret can do that a little. Sorcerer class was in your maybes.
Balor
could be cool. I wish it could target us.
He hurts.
Balor absolutely slaps like a maniac.
They want Magus of the Wheel.
Magus of the Wheel, possibly. Possibly.
Yeah, these are a lot of little looters.
Yeah, wasn't there discard then draw that many +1? Let's search plus. Yeah, here we go. Discarding number of cards, then draw that many +1. Do we have Tunnel Grinder? Get in there, Brass's Tunnel Grinder.
There were a couple of cool flip cards. There's they said Case of the Crimson Pulse would be good if you can consistently solve the case.
So this one says discard all the
I
cards
guess
in
it
your hand.
depends on how much you what's it? What's the
Discard your
solve?
hand, add red for each card, then draw that many cards, and then flavor text. That could be good. And if you discard more than 5, it's a ritual. Heartwarming Redemption is a similar type card that you probably you have over here.
Yeah, it seems like you might not like. That's what.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're never gonna have no cards in hand at our
Yeah, I
end
think
stuff.
it's a little hard to achieve that. Unfortunately,
That's too tough. For each player, choose
Midnight
friend or
Clock,
foe.
not full value, but good still. Is this deck trying to
Ooh.
avoid combo wins? If not, I feel like if there's no combos in it already, then we're not going to add a combo. But like,
If there is, that's fine.
to the author of this deck, it is an option.
I like Corvus Fury. For each player, you can decide if they want to wheel and draw them +1, or take damage even with their hand size.
That's pretty.
So we just choose us to wheel and then them to take damage.
Yeah.
We get all the discards, all the draws.
Or if they have something really juicy, you could just make them discard it.
How do you feel about this instant speed removal suite? Is it lacking a little bit?
I think it's a little.
And if so, what would you add?
Like, I'm not sure if I'd play Generous Gift when I have options for counter spells.
But my question is if you could add a removal spell, maybe a catch-all sort of thing. I mean, because we kind of don't have any removal that targets multiple things.
Do you want an Unexplained Absence?
Which one is that?
Exile for each person.
Unexplained. Let me type that. I haven't really seen this one before.
Yeah.
For each player, exile to one
It's
target non-land
juicy.
permanent. So you can hit any non-land permanent. That seems pretty good. And then its controller cloaks. Well, then we don't really care about that.
No.
This card seems great.
Right.
You think we're making commission on this?
We're not.
Do we want any other removal for realsies though? Maybe that other one. I don't know what it's called. It's like for each opponent you exile something.
What?
Each opponent, and it has like spell mastery for no reason. Or Lord Searing Light.
Oh, I forgot that card existed.
It deals damage to them equal to the. This deals damage as the game goes.
Every time I see a Tales of Middle-earth card, I glaze over a little bit.
This one's good. You got to remember this one. I got to get this in my Queen Marchesa deck.
No, I actually do. There are a couple I have to pick up. I did want to try a Galadriel's Dismissal. That one seemed potentially sweet.
Do we want any more ads? How's our curve? 3. Wow, 3. We're used to seeing 4.8. Not 3.
Oh, that's so low.
Wow, how'd you do it?
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
You better run. You're gonna miss the next deck.
Get the next deck.
I know. Okay, so let's go back to what we were doing before, which is like discard, draw. And see if there's any other cool ways to do that. As a whole is interesting. Oh, you know what we want to do? We want to search when discard. I'll check chat for a second. Oh, apparently I closed out of my own thing. Oops. Mostly is it? Yeah, reality shift. Totally something to consider. That or like Pongify. But I guess we're just in white, so we would just play swords. I mean, we already have swords, so I guess I wouldn't do reality shift. Is Alhammarret's Archive there? That's a good question. That feels like a banger. Not only are we drawing cards, we are also gaining life. A+ recommendation. See, this is why we read chat. This is why we read chat. All right, so let's see if there's any other bonuses for like when we discard stuff. Probably not a ton, but I can dream. We're not exactly trying to mill people. Dream Trawler is a discard outlet. That's goofy. That is very goofy. Mighty Servant. There is Drakehaven. Start pooping out 2/2 flyers. That's like an alternate to Brawlin. I think I like it. It's cheap enough to cast and activate that it sort of fits in with the other powerful things this deck's doing. There's also Cavalier Flame, where you could just pump up your team if you have enough of them.
Have you been reading chat? Or do you want me to
I read it a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, and maybe the last filler is Season Pyro. It's a good little board state. Fills up your thing, draws you some cards. No complaints on this guy. me just triple check that we got 10. But I'm like 90% sure we did.
Which BC's usually wrong about, but I think you are right.
Nailed it. I like Brawl and Enterprise. We've never done a deck like this before.
It's cool. Last one.
The final deck. Stick around for
Five
the
changer.
grand finale. Another partner commander. Really weird that they both came up like that.
we have to do one more ad.
From the last deck?
Yeah, like Card Kingdom.
We did 3.
Yeah. Okay.
We're good. We are good. Trinan Silvar wants humans.
Yeah. No. Thank you so much for participating in the deck audits. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. When you attack, you make humans, and then you can sacrifice humans to make Silvar just an absolute monster. Very similar to the last one, where like the first one is a human who supports it, and then the last one is a monster that hits like a truck.
I think the partner ones are really, really cool, especially when they're like the specific partners and not just like, ooh, well, this is just value.
Yeah, there's the one guy who partners with a whale wolf. That's a weird card.
That is.
I think it's Ukama. So we're humans. Sacrificing humans, like Bloodsoaked Champion. And then, oh yeah, wow. So yeah, Silvar even gains Indestructible.
That's
Good luck
nasty.
Good luck killing this thing. It has Menace. So we got a lot of humans. Honestly, we have 24 humans. A couple non-humans, like Welcoming Vampire, the Mothman, Sun Titan. Maybe Sun Titan can go. I've been less and less happy with Sun Titan as more cards come out.
Yeah, I mean he's good value, but he's not hanging to the, I don't know, the power level that we're thinking.
He's not hanging. Just like Chromatic Lantern is not hanging with any deck I ever see in my entire life. Let me cut it.
This isn't even your deck. This is not your deck, Beezy. Thanks.
It sounds like what DJ Khaled would say about this deck. Like, we eating people. Do it for the lobster or whatever he says.
Oh, yeah. I just showed Beezy this really weird set of reels of DJ Khaled, and he's like...
Dude just says whatever. Still famous.
Yeah, that's how I want to be.
I want to be able to just fire up the camera and just be like,
Commander Sphere?
don't ever let them quit you. Don't ever let them quit you. And then
Never
just like,
down.
Then like have a 5-second awkward pause and then turn it off and get 100,000 views. Yeah, we will also cut Commander Sphere. Let's at least trade it for one more.
Why do we have to use our brain to get views instead of just being like, never stop stopping?
Forget what they said. Forget it. Maybe we should do an entire deck audit stream as 2 DJ Khaled's.
I don't think you guys will understand anything we're saying, though. I'm not even sure we'll understand each other. Adeline, I think, is in here? I think she is. Yeah, she's right there.
There she is. She's just in a black and white. So there's a couple good humans that I'm thinking of. Like, I think Eowyn has just a sick one. Ooh, which one is it? We have to guess.
Oh God.
Thanks, Lord of the Rings. This one.
Fearless Knight. I was like.
Yeah, this one just like exiles a thing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. The more expensive one's probably better.
Yeah.
They all came out at the same time.
And then maybe there's some cheap humans that we can use as fodder.
What about Thraven Inspector? But
no, seriously, yeah. I think that's very real for this deck. Both of them, Thraven Inspector
and Novice Inspector.
Thanks, Mia.
Sure.
That is awesome.
That's my unexplained absence for you.
You even set me up for it. 3 cuts, 1 ad. Those are some really good humans.
That's a cool one. Angel of Glory's Rise. That's fun.
It's the opposite of Zombie Apocalypse. Now, you don't have Esper Sentinel. I'm going to assume that's budget. So I'm not going to tell you to add like that card. Maybe let's just do like USD less than 10 just for that purpose then. Imperial Recruiter. It's a nice way to tutor up whatever you're looking for, whether it's like Pumps with Judith or Theoden double striking. Does Theoden give target creature double strike? He does. Wow.
That's cool. Yeah, they said Horde of Gondor can double humans, Soul Sisters.
Ooh, Playcrafter because we have humans to sack. Maybe we also want like human tokens. What about that one? We don't care where the humans come from. Dude, what is it called? Your humans gain haste. It's a sorcery. Rally at the Hornburg. You get 2 humans, and then your humans gain haste. That could work nicely with like Angel of Glory's Rise in the same turn. Wombo combo.
So you're in Mardu, so it's like this one.
Removal is very good, very standard.
Wow.
Final Parting. If I was DJ Khaled, I might say like,
Don't. I'm not sure if I'd play Wrath. I think it's if I'm trying to just.
if you're sort of an aggressive humans deck, you don't really need. Well, I mean, I understand that you want to wipe the board so that Sylvar can just kill people. I don't know if Sylvar is getting that big, or it's up to 17 and nobody has an answer.
Yeah. What about the human something creature from the Walking Dead set?
Let's get rid of Wrath.
At that point, if he's getting super big, I would just play like Toxic Deluge or something, so I could like selectively.
That might keep some of your humans alive. And you already have like Embercleave. That's a game over with Sylvar.
Yeah. What do you think about Walking Dead person?
We're out of ads. I actually
okay.
added one too many
Cool.
cards, so that's what I think. You'll never know.
Yeah. Gypsum, I know you just commented recently. We'll send you yours via email.
Yep, because my voice is like, I'm running out of voice.
Oh,
here.
he's talking about Rick.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rick. Rick would be good in this deck.
Yeah, Rick would be good.
I guess you do know
and
what I
he
think.
did get a non-Walking Dead reprint. So
I guess you do know my thoughts on Rick.
Rick's
dang
pretty
it.
cool. But if we're talking about Rick from Pawn Stars, that's actually BZ's uncle.
Yeah, it's
and,
canonically my uncle. As Tobey Maguire once said, that's my uncle. Bastion of Remembrance. Yeah, I guess that's like a fireball with Sylvar. I'm stumped. We have to cut one more card because I did add too many cards. So one of them will just be a bonus for you. We already cut a Wrath. Maybe Read the Bones.
Yeah.
Don't love Read the Bones. You have Skull Clamp in here and some other things. If you need to look for other card draw, I just wouldn't go as far down as Read the Bones. I would even just add Grim Haruspex. Not Grim Haruspex. Midnight Reaper instead. You already have off humans that draw cards, so you're not afraid of that. But this was a cool deck. I have
Yeah.
not seen a Trin and Sylvar, and I have not seen a Shabraz and Brawlin anytime recently.
Yeah.
So we do want to thank everybody for popping into stream. This
We
was a lot of
appreciate
fun. The super chats really help out the channel, and we love you guys.
And we want to send the cats to college, so thank you.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna.
We have to stop streaming from OBS too.
Yep. Let's
So,
do this one.
bye
and
guys.
we will
Thank
see
you so
guys